is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Greatest laugh ever.
Fucking wizard.
He's still
Nice.
laughing in the background. Alex from Ice Road Truckers. God, was he great. God, thank you, Roland. I got to thank Roland. Because we're not going to lie, we don't really know the show that well. Ant's seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, I started watching a little
And
of it.
Roland's like, no, trust me, you got to have this guy in. He's great. And you know what? That's why we have Roland around.
Because he's crazy. That
You
guy's
think
insane.
that guy's crazy?
Yeah, it's the whole
I don't think
way
he's
of
crazy.
life up there.
I think he's just naive as far as how the rest of the world is.
But
he knows what he knows, and he knows it very well.
He has his place where he lives. You're only as crazy as where you come from, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, if you go from one place to another, you could be completely insane, but you're fine where you're from.
And you did notice that I hid my yogurt.
I know.
That is spelled F-A-G, and then there is an E, but who cares about the E after the word starts with F-A-G? That's my yogurt.
He came in, he's just holding his eggs and potatoes,
Yeah.
and he's shoveling his mouth, he's just talking, and Opie's got his yogurt and granola, and Jimmy's got his little faggot food.
I just started sliding mine away.
I couldn't have felt worse if I was eating out of a pair of balls.
That's a real man. If you think you're a man, it's guys like that make you realize, nah.
No, you're not.
I almost broke down and cried because I had to change my tire when it was like 20 degrees out.
I know, yeah.
And he's talking about, 40 below, 100 below.
Wind blowing, they're on this ice
I'm
fucking
defrosting
road.
my brakes so I can survive.
He's with a torch underneath his truck trying to defrost a brake. It's like, I got a flat. Hello? Here's me.
Hello, Mr. Kumi, on Star. Can we help you?
I got a flat tire.
We'll send somebody immediately.
Please hurry. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I think it's Hopog.
Can you please tell me if there's a Starbucks nearby?
Yeah.
I can wait.
Yes, there's one half a block away. You could probably walk there.
Walk.
He's dealing with grizzly bears.
Yeah, bears and ice and fucking, he could fall into a river or off a ravine.
Telling us how, he basically said how great it is to breathe in minus 40 degree weather.
Yeah, to him that's refreshing.
Refreshing.
Exactly. Where it's so cold you could hear the northern lights crackling.
He did say that, right?
That's fucking cold. That is cold.
How cold is it?
I'm glad I wasn't in here for this. I don't need to feel less like a man than I already do.
Yeah,
this would have put me over the edge.
Yeah, you need shoulders to interview the guy. I'm sorry, Joe.
I had
you didn't
said,
pass the test.
I felt like
interview the Ice Road Trucker.
We felt like such fags just sitting here in front of like a real man. And Jimmy, we feel like fags sitting in front of the OutQ guys.
We're just faggots.
We're just
I think those two guys are more manly than us.
Dude, they're
the
fine.
ones that do the morning show.
I ride the elevator up. There's a black guy and a white guy. I ride the elevator up almost every morning with the black guy. They're nice guys.
Yeah.
Jim, that was called contributing nothing in the conversation. Gives a shit. I should have thought that. No, kidding aside. Really, Jim?
Kidding aside, you know.
Somebody wants a montage of all the great laughs over the years from this radio show.
That's true.
Alex could have had the greatest laugh ever right there.
Yeah.
The one where he just kept going and going and going. It was psychotic. Me and Danny looked at each other like this guy's out of his mind.
Maybe if there was a mic in the boss's office a month ago, he could have.
Oh, really? You had to do that to me today, right?
Hey, see,
I finally am over that bullshit.
No, that to me is like in a joking context for what we're doing. So, they'd understand that.
Yeah, let's hear the laugh again. Get me back.
Yeah, man. That's the last thing a hooker hears. Her life just slowly seeps away from being strangled in the back of his cab.
Yeah, the sound in an altar boy's ear.
Oh, God. Just remembers it forever.
She hears that laugh and then she wonders, what is that sound of something cutting through the air, not realizing that it's a hoe headed for the back of her head, swinging a garden implement.
I wanted to talk to the guy about how long, their summer is. When does it start snowing?
He just wanted to talk about whatever the fuck he wanted to talk about.
How many days of summer do you think they get? A week or two, maybe?
A
couple weeks?
Gotta be nothing.
5 weeks, maybe.
Nothing. It's always dark. It's always just dark
And
there.
that I don't want to know about.
Oh,
It's expensive,
crazy.
too. Did you ever go up to Alaska?
No.
They're in Alaska, right?
Well, they're kind of in the Canadian part next to Alaska.
I did a show in Alaska. I did some shit club up there, and it was really fucking expensive because you forget they got to import everything
has to
into the
come from
fucking
there,
state. And it looks like you're in shithole South Jersey or something, and you're paying like $14 for a fucking cheeseburger. You're like, this place sucks.
Fuck?
It didn't match up, right?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
This
It
is in
sucks.
Venice. It's fucking.
That's the same thing with Hawaii, but it's fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm in Hawaii.
At least
This
you
is
know
beautiful.
it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we move on?
Alaska.
Couple things. Can we do the Larry King really fast, and then we're gonna
I
move
want to
into
hear.
Jock
What did he do? He had a senile
I have
moment?
not seen this yet, but people are saying it could be his greatest fuck up yet.
Ah.
It's too bad he's going away. What, at the end of the year? He's only got a
December
month or two left.
18th, I think, is his last day.
So less than 2 months. We say goodbye to Larry King.
There he is with Jesse Ventura.
How old is he now?
He's about
wow.
62.
That's it?
No way.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus to you. What the fuck?
He's got to be pushing 80
Gary
at least.
Gullible over
He's not already 80. Gary Gullible.
I don't fucking know. I don't watch him. Watch that old douche.
Is this it?
Larry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Fucking
the old
stupid
load.
computers. Why,
Computers are the worst here. Oh, here we go. Got to pot it up?
Julian, shortly before the massive release
Sounds
of the
drunk.
Iraqi war documents, you walked out of an interview by CNN's Tika Schubert. She asked you about any turmoil within WikiLeaks and about accusations of rape and molestation by 2 Swedish women. He's walking off again, apparently. Why will you not respond to that question? All right, Daniel, are you still there?
Yeah, sure.
I guess you can't answer for him. Oh, that was the video from before. You still.
Oh, wow.
Why did you walk off?
Jesus.
Well, I didn't walk off Larry just then, but perhaps I.
All right. Obviously, the obvious. That audio's not slow down.
No.
Then he was on a pill or something.
Did you
Man.
hear the way
He was slurring it.
talking? He's like, and then they went to the video clip because Larry's talking about the guy walking off of this woman's interview. So they switched to the video clip. Now, what Larry's looking at is a big screen in front of him because this guy isn't in Larry's studio. He's on a remote location. So Larry's looking at the screen. They switched to the replay of when he did walk off that woman's show. You see the woman sitting there, the interviewer.
Jesus
and you
Christ.
see him in a totally different outfit.
Yeah.
And he's getting up, taking his equipment off, his mic off, and Larry's just like, oh, he's walking off again. Why won't you respond to this?
In Larry's defense, it's hard to concentrate on the here and now when you're shitting your pants.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, my God. It was, how many years ago? 75 years ago, the Hindenburg exploded. Oh, my God, a dirigible's blowing up in Lakehurst, New Jersey as we speak. Oh, look. My God, I guess it injured the camera because it's in black and white. We're going to try to get the color feed to you.
You got to update your impression though. We got an under
That's what I'm doing.
we got an under
bit.
the influence Larry King in my humble
He sounded
opinion.
fucked
Let's hear
up.
that again, man.
Listen, right when he starts, he sounds fucked up.
And I thought the audio was fucked up.
Julian, shortly before the massive release of the Iraqi war documents, you walked out of an interview by CNN's Tika Schubert. She asked you about any turmoil within WikiLeaks and about accusations of rape and molestation.
It sounds like Liza Minnelli.
He's walking off again, apparently.
No!
Why will you not respond to that question? Daniel, are you still there?
Yeah, sure.
I guess you can't answer for him.
Answer for him. Look at the guy. Looks over like, wait a minute, he's here.
I'm sorry, that threw me, Julian.
I haven't walked off.
Why did you walk
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, terrible news.
Wow.
President Kennedy has been shot. I've seen it with my own eyes. Oh my God. They're driving away at a high rate of speed. I hope the president is okay.
This is terrible. The second tower is falling.
It's falling down. I believe this could be terrorist related.
You're missing the obvious.
Yeah.
Frankie Blue.
Frank sounds like Frankie Blue, drunk off his
One
ass.
of our favorites of all time.
Wow.
And we're gonna fuck that listener.
He is trashed on some type of medication.
Something's going on with Larry.
And he completely lost his fucking bearings.
Are
there.
people commenting that he was under the influence, or are they just saying, "Oh, Larry fucked up again"?
Has he been like this consistently on the show, or was it like all of a sudden on this one episode he's fucked?
Not that bad, but he gets everything wrong. Everything wrong.
And his dumb questions are. There was one woman that actually, what was she talking about? Being abducted from a car after shopping.
She went to the supermarket and she was going home and she got abducted with her groceries, and then the guy took her to some obscure barn or something and raped the shit out of her.
And
so
stuff.
Larry's question was,
what happened to the groceries? He actually said
it
that.
could be the greatest thing ever said on TV.
Stop it.
And she was
What
like, can we get that audio?
To the groceries?
E-Rock, could you go find that?
God.
It's like,
you got to hear it for yourself.
Did you hear what
she's
this
like,
woman just said?
Jesus Christ.
That is fantastic.
Jesus Christ. Did he rape the groceries too?
Yeah, what type of grocery? Were the groceries asking for it?
This show's just not going to be the same when he retires, man.
Baguettes can be quite whorish.
Who's going to take over? Is Joy Behar going to take over? Because she,
I think some limey.
No,
The British guy from America's Got Talent.
Yeah. Piers Morgan.
Great.
Piers Morgan or something like that.
Whatever his name
I gotta
is.
watch TV. I'm really out of fucking touch with everything.
I don't watch Larry King. I just
we just
hear
get these
about
clips.
the clips, and there's a lot of them. He's leaving again.
Yeah.
Everyone's leaving. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's I've never been a big fan of the guy, but it's sad to watch these guys go down because it's just
fantastic to watch.
It's just a marker of time, though.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Well, it is.
Yeah, it is.
There before the grace of God and time go I. That's pretty much what we're looking at. There's your future, fucker. You want to keep that mic slung in front of you. There it is. What are we doing today?
Is he going to become like Ebert, like commentating with a robot voice? Like, it's just like, dude, it's just like sad, man. Like, just come on.
Larry will retire and he'll be dead within a year.
Yeah,
that's what happens to these guys.
People.
It kills people.
A year? You only give it a year?
Maybe two.
I'll take a bet with you on it.
Fade into obscurity.
He's going to be one of those guys where he doesn't know what to do with himself because he retired and then all of a sudden he's just got to die.
I'm going to bet that he dies 6 weeks before he retires.
Right about now, I think. Any day now. Wow, he's on something, though, in that clip. That sounded like our old bit where we slow down the audio
I
for
know.
everybody.
He really is.
E-Rock attempting to run, which is...
oh, my God, look at him. He's doing the fast
which
shuffle.
is greatly appreciated.
Look at the fast shuffle. He's trying to read and walk at the same time. I hope he hits the wall.
Well, what the fuck?
Hey,
the flames.
E-Rock, Ice Road Trucker made fun of you. Okay, you said? You all right?
No, he's not.
Yeah,
What's the matter, Sam?
Oh, what's the matter?
I'm just saying, he looks very, very
Wow,
flustered.
something's wrong with you.
Because he's been asked to do things.
Your blood
Sweetie,
pressure
what's the
high?
matter? E-Rock, you all right?
E-Rock, what happened?
You're flustered.
There's a oh, shit, he just hit Sam.
Ow!
There's a problem.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I ran back to get that to make sure I had the right clips.
He's like very...
You are flustered.
Yeah, a little bit.
What happened?
Why?
He's being asked to... That's the second
What
thing
happened?
he's been asked to do today.
You can't,
Oh, shit.
you can't run.
shit.
You can't run back and forth anymore. Huh?
What's wrong with your jaw?
It's been
overworked?
It's been what?
Well, what do you say? It's been clicking
lately. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You just heard a crack, but
You got TMJ
Every now and then
or
it just-
something? What are they called? TMZ?
TMS. What's that? TB, it's pretty funny.
TBJ.
Yeah, he's got a sword J.
Chip. What's it from?
I don't know. Just,
Yeah, did you?
Okay, sandwiches.
Are you part Eskimo?
No,
Why? What happened?
Look at his eyes.
German Irish.
German Irish?
Well, let me tell you, my...
Proud.
Maybe just
friend.
sleepy. Your eyes look Eskimo-ish today.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Let's see.
let me. Thank you, E-Rock.
There you go. Clicking jaw and everything. There he goes.
He's got an ailment.
Opened his mouth and sounded like a velociraptor claw.
The fucking defeat on Opie's face. You just go, whatever.
I was hoping we were going to find out something new, and then we could beat him up for an hour. I was praying he was going to say, God, how did you know I was Eskimo?
The clicking
Here come the jokes. All right, here we go. Larry King for Joe DeRosa. Actually, it's one of our favorite. This Larry King gets to the bottom of things, asking the crucial questions. He's talking to a rape victim here.
What was that accent, Stephen? Where is he from?
That's a Marine accent. It's been my experience that that the Jarhead clan almost has their own vernacular, their own accent. I'd say there's a bit of Virginia in there, a little Tidewater, Virginia, and maybe a few other things as well. It's made up.
Do you remember the movie A Few Good Men, with Jack Nicholson played that incredible part? Well, Stephen Lang did it on Broadway, and he was incredible with that great line, right? You wouldn't know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
You wouldn't know the truth.
Good clip, but that's not the clip.
That famous line, I wouldn't know the line.
Yeah, what's that famous line? Play it for the first time, Sam. Asshole.
I love that movie. What did he say? Did what happened to the groceries? Was that the line?
What was that? I remember that.
The track listing doesn't match up again.
I don't know why it's not.
I could have been a container.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't understand.
I think this is it. I think this is the setup. Larry King gets to the bottom of things, asking the crucial questions about a rape victim.
As I came out of the grocery store and got my car, Philip knocked on my window and said, I can't seem to get my car to start. It's cold. Do you think you could give me a ride? Which way are you going? And of course he was going to go any which way I was going. And so I did.
Why did you let him in the car?
I don't know. It was the worst decision I've ever made, I think. It truly was.
What happened when he got in?
When he got in, I filled his hands with a lot of food that they had in the front seat anyway. I tried to engage him in...
He was holding your food?
Mm-hmm. He was. I tried to engage him in small conversation on the trip. I tried to stay on the main street, and when I got ready to turn, he said, well, where I'm staying is right up the road here. So I took him a little further up, and then just turned around the corner and pulled over, and he slammed my head into the steering wheel and pulled out handcuffs. He took my keys out, threw them on the floor, and pulled out handcuffs and handcuffed me and said, I just want a piece of ass. If you be good, you won't get hurt.
What did he do with the food?
He put it on the floor, I guess. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just this horrifying moment in this woman's life.
He prepared it, Larry.
What did he do with the food?
She was looking for some compassion. You hear how she answered that?
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Put it on the floor, dummy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Got it again.
Oh, my
He
God.
reenacted 9.5 weeks with it. It was very romantic. No, he shoved the zucchini up my pussy.
Yeah, her giving details couldn't be more dramatic.
Oh, my
it just
God.
couldn't be more dramatic, and this is what this fool does.
And said, I just want a piece of ass. If you be good, you won't get hurt.
What did he do with the food?
He put it on the floor, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
I was being raped.
Yes,
Right.
I was being
I
cuffed.
really didn't.
At this point, he had a fist in my ass, Larry. I don't know.
What was happening to my
can't answer you.
My
Well,
yogurt.
Well, Larry, that was actually the payoff for the rape, was he made a bolognese afterwards. That part I appreciated.
Did he have a CVS card? What an asshole.
Do you like Trader Joe's?
Paper or plastic?
Jesus Christ.
The best
man.
part, though, how her voice goes up. I don't know, Larry.
I don't know, Larry.
I was kind of busy hoping that I was going to survive this
Yeah.
ordeal.
Was there anything heavy on top of the eggs? Comment. Did you notice while your teeth were being caved in off the steering wheel?
Were you angry with the bag boy for squishing your bread?
Don't you hate when the bag opens and the apples fall all over the floor? You can never get that one as you're driving to the hospital after a brutal rape. Comment?
Yeah.
Were you as bruised as one of those apples after he finished with you?
The only crime worse than rape is when the ice cream starts to melt before you can get it into the freezer.
Were you concerned about the Haagen-Dazs?
Was the heat on the milk? Did it sour the milk? Did you notice that while you were being dehumanized? And comment?
Yes. I think we got one more from him. If we're going down this road, we might as well do
Yeah, we might as well.
Then it was this. Same interview.
All right, now you're in a car, you're handcuffed. How does this happen? How was he able to consummate this?
Well, you mean how was he able to handcuff me?
Yeah, no, rape
No. What hole did he stick his cock in? Mouth, cunt, or ass? Comment. How was he able to consummate this?
Consummate. It's a marriage.
He had you handcuffed. How did he fuck you?
He did not say consummate.
She goes, what, you mean handcuff me? And he goes, no, rape you.
No, rape you.
That's
How did he
delicate.
rape you?
That's how you...
He put his cock
Right.
inside me against my will. That's rape.
Let's force it in.
Yeah, that's how you do a delicate interview with a rape.
No, rape. How did he get his nipples played with while he had sex with you? I can't keep an erection without it. Comment?
Well, Larry, the rape felt like this interview.
Without the doddering.
Well, you mean how was he able to handcuff me?
Yeah, no, rape you.
Oh, well, he took me to a mini warehouse.
Oh, he took you out of there.
Yes, he transferred me after he handcuffed me. He transferred me into the passenger seat. He pulled a leather strap out of his hair, and he tied my head to my knees.
Were you fearing for your life?
I was. I thought I was dead.
No, I knew I would be let
then
go
he
after the
what,
rape,
raped you
Larry.
repeatedly?
He was taking me to a location. I knew I would be fine after that. Oh, they always rape you and let you go while you see their face. What was stored in the warehouse? Do you know what kind of rent they were paying there? Yes. Is it unionized? Comment.
Did you ever see Law Abiding Citizen? Was it like that part in the
Just
movie?
like it. I like how he asked her about that later. Then he raped you repeatedly and just kept fucking you.
Yeah.
Deep dicking you.
Unbelievable. Had you evacuated, or when he put it in your butthole, did he get shit on his dick and underwear? How did he consummate it with shit on his dick?
Consummate.
That smell always kills my erection.
Till I realize it's from me.
Were you fearing for your life?
I was. I thought I was dead.
And then he what, raped you repeatedly?
Uh-huh, yeah, Larry. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Larry. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
What, Larry? What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ almighty, man. That's fucking insane. Now, here's the question I have is why, I mean, they shoved Carson out. And Carson was still killing and doing all right.
Absolutely.
He was still running the show. Why have they not shoved this fucking guy off the air
They
yet?
kept him on the air way too fucking
Because
long.
his ratings were still up there, but in the last year or two, not so much. So finally, they got an exit strategy for him. We have a whole disc of his
fuck ups,
his fuck ups,
and his
and
Motley
we got a
Crue
new one to add.
introduction, and
we got a new one to add.
That's a great one
today.
He's walking off again.
Jesus, Larry, your show's being seen all over the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, man is walking on the moon. As I'm watching, man is on the moon. Astounding. Look, Walter Cronkite has a tear in his eye. Wait, he's dead.
Walter Cronkite has been raped in a warehouse. Wait a minute.
What did you do with the groceries after the Ted Offensive announcement?
That's right.
When Johnson said the war is unwinnable, or when you did, who said that?
After Kennedy got shot, he interviewed Governor Connolly. Do you still have the hat you were holding?
What happened to the hat?
That's a great hat. Who cleaned the car? How much did that cost?
Do you still do tricks with the magic bullet? Like make it your thumb and detach it, or tell a child it's his nose.
How much did it cost to fill in the concretes that got knocked out by the bullet that hit James K? Was that a unionized job? Comment. Abraham Zapruder. How much do you pay your secretary that you were there with?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus
what an adult.
All right, where did you buy the film? For the camera. For the film of the Kennedy assassination.
When Kevin Costner videotaped Kennedy getting shot. How much did he charge you for that footage?
What kind of books were in the book depository?
Do you think Oswald sat back and just read a little after he shot the president? Comment. What did he read? Harry Potter? His books are very popular.
Fucking A.
Yes. Was it Kentucky Bluegrass on the Grassy Knoll? or a feather bent, feather lead bent?
Why is Noel spelled with a K? Comment.
He's fucked.
That's
What
great.
is he doing?
It's great TV.
He's done, and that incontinent asshole has had his dick in hotter snatch than I'll ever see in my life.
He just keeps fucking getting married, having kids.
Oh my God!
I don't even know. What's the Chance? Isn't that the last kid he had?
Yeah,
it's my kid Chance.
Oh,
he had that kid too that he like gave up for adoption, and then the kid came back and found him. Did you hear about that?
Oh, really?
Jeez.
Yeah,
that's a great story.
I forgot about you.
It's like fuck.
So much better than my adoption story.
You're adopted?
Yeah, I'm adopted. But, you know.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, I know.
It really does.
But my parents were immigrants. It's like, you know.
Oh, wow.
They work in some fucking Aladdin market somewhere selling apples, probably. You know, but this
Have you ever tried to find them?
No.
Do you want to?
No, for that reason. Because I know they were immigrants. I don't want to find. I'm afraid they're going to be creepy, fucking weird, foreign.
Just immigrant, foreign, not American.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're once removed.
Please help us. Go fuck yourselves. I don't want.
Joe DeRosa, the famous comedian. We need your help.
We saw you on the premium blend.
We need your help.
Yeah,
no. You gotta find them for that reason. Then you can
Why?
find them.
I don't want to.
We are Muslims.
I don't imagine.
They're
Oh,
Muslims.
Jesus Christ. Forget it. Forget it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't need it in my life. I got enough shit going on.
I would have to know.
They're fucking strapping bombs to you.
Yeah, I got to go over their house for the holidays and eat not regular holiday shit.
Ramadan.
Yeah. Have you ever had this dessert? It's calf's liver wrapped in sweet peas. Yeah, forget it.
With that, we say hi to Joe DeRosa. What are you promoting, Joe, before we move into Jocktober?
I'm at Helium this week. Starting tomorrow through Saturday night, and Amy Schumer and I are co-headlining Thursday.
Oh, that's the
through
big
Saturday.
show we said to come back and promote.
Yeah.
It's finally here. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, you got to go see Joe in Philly.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Helium Comedy Club starting tomorrow night.
Oh,
Yeah.
people are saying
Tomorrow,
your birth name was Joe Atta.
I understand my dad was a pilot.
tomorrow's Wednesday, Joe.
Yeah, I start tomorrow. I'm alone tomorrow, and then it's
Wednesday,
Amy and I together
all the way
Thursday
through the
to
weekend.
Saturday.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a long week.
It's Jocktober.
This is awesome.
A celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
Great. Oh, God, this is great. Thank you.
So turn up this turn-tacular radio.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
It's Jocktober.
Got that right.
Jocktober. And it's a surprise today,
Yeah,
I
man.
guess?
We can't even look at the tracks. I know what show we're doing. That's about all.
You know the show. Okay.
Don't look at those tracks.
What location are we looking at?
We're going down to Richmond, Virginia.
Yes, we head to Richmond, Virginia
Oh, Virginia.
for iPower 92.1 interactive hip hop and R&B.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like when the iPod and the iPad and the iPhone, they got popular. A couple of radio stations throw the I in front of their name.
No, I mean, what's interactive about
They got a
it?
website.
Okay. All right.
Let's get
So
right
it's
into it.
I.
Well-
Is it a small I, lowercase I?
Oh, it has to
Yes,
be.
it is. It's
That's
a
the only way
lowercase
to do
I.
the I.
It seems like copyright infringement.
Yeah, it does.
Don't get right into it. Don't play the first track yet. It needs a little setup.
Hey,
Wow.
Go
Sam-
fuck us.
Sam's very confident about today's Jocktober,
He really
by
is.
the way.
Was
Because yesterday was a disaster.
Rest
That's John and
sucked.
Jeff. We couldn't make shit out of that.
But John and Jeff need to be
that was-
highlighted for history's sake.
Yeah, that's true. It was tiring for everybody.
But the thing about this Jocktober is I've been following this all month long of Jocktober
Really?
because a news story broke on Jocktober 1st of this year.
Mhm.
It came right out of, in fact, it was on the iPower website. That's where the news article first broke that stated this. Our commissioner was robbed in our very own parking lot last night. A briefcase with money for our next was stolen.
They're not doing this, bitch.
It was stolen.
No!
They're not doing this bit.
I am the I-Power 92-1 I mean, I know the dog bit
They're
me.
not doing the fugitive bit.
This was Jocktober 1st.
You can't do
How
this
many
to us.
how many stations have we featured doing this exact same? Something's been stolen. There's a fugitive bit.
I mean, at this point,
Almost-
over a dozen.
Yeah, almost every city.
Holy shit.
People called in from all over the country saying my local station is doing the fugitive.
At this point, we don't have many details, but being in the middle of this touchy situation, we will try our best to keep you informed.
Oh, good. Very touchy situation.
Joe, do you know about
The
this?
hack.
I don't know what the fugitive.
The fugitive steals money from the radio station, and then it's your job as the listener to find the fugitive.
To track him
and
down
then the
and
fugitive
find him.
has to call the radio station 3 times a day. Usually when people are listening to the station the most.
Yeah.
On the
It
half
gives
hour.
clues.
And clues,
Okay.
and then if you find him,
you get.
he
the
doesn't
money.
get arrested for stealing.
No.
You get the money.
Does anybody really believe it? They couldn't. They couldn't.
I couldn't imagine.
Did you guys hear this
But they
article
really
already?
play it up like, this has been stolen. Oh, boy.
Oh, so they really try to make you. So it's not like it's like a goofy game like find the fugitive. They're really trying to make you think.
Make it like
trying
this
to-
was stolen.
They have fake
It's your job.
press conferences with all the sales
Christ.
staff making believe they're part of the media. It's horrendous how bad this bit.
Well, I don't know how you guys already knew all this, because October 4th, Jocktober 4th, I should say, the station website posted that the fugitive has stolen $5,000.
Another cheap station. They wouldn't go with the 10 grand.
No,
huh?
$5,000.
They only have $5,000 for this horseshit promotion.
Here is your chance to solve the mystery, find the fugitive, and get the reward.
What's the reward?
$5,000.
Yeah, 5 lousy thousand.
But wait, why is the reward as much as was stolen?
Right. Then
Well,
it's not
the fugitive stole $5,000 in cash, and the station wants it back. And to make sure they get it back, they're offering a $5,000 reward.
That doesn't seem very.
So why don't they just
smart.
say, fuck the 5,000 and play the stupid
Why
hit?
don't they say he stole 10,000 and then they're giving away half if you get it back?
5,000.
What fucking assholes!
Good news though, Danny has just brought to my attention. They have a iPower 92.1 iChat.
A
fugitive chat room.
room?
A fugitive chat room. Is anybody in there right now discussing the fugitive?
What fucking radio fucking sucks.
Isn't it the worst?
That's why we can't do Jocktober anymore.
There's 9 people. I am one.
Very good. What do you want to write?
Oh, I'm just telling people that my balls are full of cum.
Okay, good. Good.
Well, there's a way to catch the fugitive.
Wait, how do we get on the website? On the
Just go
chat
to
room?
iPowerRichmond.com. It's right on the front. Oh, actually, no, it's not on the front. If you go to, hang on, let me figure out how
Is
I
it
did
easy to
this.
get into the chat room?
Yeah, you just go to
We gotta get a couple
iPowerRichmond.com.
other people in right now.
And you got to click over to the fugitive page.
Okay.
So you just click on the little fugitive thing.
Okay, I'm going right now.
Yeah,
Nice
just-
Power Richmond.
That's how it works when there's an actual manhunt going on. There's a website with a chat room about it.
How many people are in there now?
It's loading up.
Where's the fugitive? Oh, there it is.
You in there yet, Ed?
I'm almost there. I gotta
right.
move this away a little bit. Hold on.
If you listen to the station weekdays at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 6 p.m., new clues will be given as the fugitive calls
That's
in.
fucking, how fucking terrible.
It's unbelievable.
How do I get a game?
Who thinks this is a good radio bit?
Can I make a name?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think you could use profanity, though.
No, of course
I know, but I just want to make a name. How do I make one?
Try typing something. And
Oh, edit nickname. Okay, right there. Here it is. Here it is.
Racist jerk.
I'm gonna be.
Make your nickname Anthony from Opie and Anthony.
Oh, that's silly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. Someone's the fugitive.
Whoa, that could be him.
That
Ask
could be
him.
him right there.
Uh-oh,
I'm gonna be
clues.
But you have to ask him in person.
Club Soda Kenny.
Perfect.
That's me. I'm Club Soda Kenny, and I'm gonna write. Oh, they don't allow obscenities.
No.
Can I go get around it by writing like
No, just
F?
make believe Club
You-
Soda Kenny is gay, and you're looking for cock in the chat room.
C, and then I'll do that.
Or
Fuck, pussy. I want cock.
there it is.
Are you
Perfect.
putting the dashes and things in? Or you were just writing the words?
Gotta get online.
Yeah.
We got people in the chat room now?
It's loading up.
I can't get in for some reason.
Yeah, where?
Ted Scheckler's in.
Oh, good. Ted's made it in there? That's good.
Oh, yeah.
You want to play the
Uncle Paul, Larry King, Tool
great.
Bag, Black Ball Liquor, Jew, Whackbag Fairy 2000, N Person, Jerk It, Lil Jimmy, Nut Liquor.
They're all in there?
Iraq Chugs Hellmans.
That's true.
Oh, my God.
Opie's Thumb.
How come there's no chips or something?
Wow, it's really, look at how quickly
It's filling
the
up.
chat is moving.
Well, look, we'll help them find the, how do you say it?
The fugitive.
The fugitive.
Yes,
Did I say it right?
fugitive. That time you did.
Fugitive. So let's play the first track to get this thing going as people enter the fugitive chat room.
Yes.
Classic Lil Jon, the East Side Boys. Where the East?
This is Nick Cannon's audio.
Where
No,
the
no, no, no,
East
no.
Side Boys?
This is Nick Cannon.
iPower 92.
You sure? It sounds just like Nick Cannon.
I think you're getting racial.
Classic Lil Jon, the East Side Boys. Where the East Side Boys at now, Skills?
On the west side.
The Skills Radio, iPowerRichmond.com.
Yeah.
A+ skills in the building. Like I was saying earlier, Skills, I gotta get on these iPower lines and find out where this $5,000 fugitive is. They're expected to call in this hour, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see what's up. iPower, what's good?
Yeah, I'm trying to win the money.
I'm trying to find the fugitive. You gotta call me back, okay?
Alright.
All right. Skills Radio, it's iPower. What's up?
A+.
Well.
It's the same voice. See, I thought, stupid me, that it was actually someone from the radio station, but they even farm out the voice. It's one person that calls all these
Jesus Christ.
stations.
Jesus
Radio
Christ.
sucks.
It's
so bad.
It's a bandit who's
With
on
the
the loose.
fucking scream do you like scary movies, Sydney?
Have you sat through one of these yet? We do it every year.
What, Jocktober?
No, The Fugitive.
No, I've never gotten
Wait
a
till you hear
fugitive.
this voice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Such an appropriate name. You clearly are smarter than the fool who let me take the money from him.
Really?
I hope you slept well this weekend. Now, for all of your listeners, let me remind you of the rules.
Oh, the rules.
Nobody is ever going to call you and say that they're me. I'm never going to tell you to go any place and try to meet me. All you have.
Oh my God! And they have to lawyer up.
Shit,
And they can't even do the bit properly because they have to lawyer up and make sure the person that is playing the fugitive doesn't get hit over the head with a pipe.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are they going to do when some crazed fans form a vigilante mob and ass rape this guy for the briefcase?
That's why you can't get the wrong direction and say the fugitive told you to go somewhere.
That's why they're giving all the rules of the contest. It used to be good enough you just had to have the rules posted on a website. Now the fugitive has to give the rules, which totally takes you out of the bit.
You know who I want to see win this? Paul Kersey. I'm Paul Kersey.
To go any place.
I like that you did the
Yes, he shoots
All
him.
you have to do is listen. At 10, 12, 2, 4, 6. Take everything that I say, write it down, look at it from all sorts of different angles.
Yes.
Think about it. Put it together.
Oh,
I think
my
it's a woman,
God,
too, which
this
is
is
bothering me.
Fuck believes this garbage.
And it's so bad.
can't
It's
even-
been done so many times. It's hack.
They can't even keep it to your imagination. Now they're just spoon feeding you the rules.
Call
for
in.
horseshit contest.
Like, I'm gonna call it 10, 12.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
It's just fucking. Terrestrial
my
radio
God.
deserves the fucking dick it's been taking. They deserve it.
Think about it. Put it together. I could be anybody. I could be the person in the cubicle next to you. I could be the guy at Starbucks who gives you your coffee every day.
Really?
I could be the girl who is the crossing guard at your kid's school. Ask everybody you see, are you the iPower 92-1 $5,000 fugitive? If you ask me and you ask me wrong, I'll just look at you like you're the fool that you are. So shut up and listen. I am the fugitive, the scoundrel you seek. Around the Commonwealth, you search and you peek. Ask all who you meet, whether short or quite tall. Are you the iPower 92-1
I can't even
$5,000 fugitive and walk away with a haul? There's clues in there. Think about it. I'll talk to you in 2 hours.
2 hours.
Hey, wait.
Fucking. The fucking
Go, Jimmy.
branding that regular radio
Go, Jimmy.
fucking sucks. Hey, here's a good way to get our station name out there. So you have to say the station name.
Well, yeah, what does that matter to me? And no one's going to do it for
Fucking
$5,000.
horrible.
If you had a real cash prize, then maybe you would get people doing it. But not for Who's going to do that shit for $5,000?
The dumb fucks that listen to that station will do it.
They're
And I don't mean
not.
that racially because it's a hip hop station. I'm just saying if you fucking think
I wish
if you think that's entertaining, you would do it for 5,000.
You're not right, Joe.
Really?
That's how sad it really is. They know this shit doesn't work in the end, but they have nothing else to do. They don't know what to do.
It does create a buzz.
It doesn't create
creates nothing.
shit.
What did it do for fucking K-Rock?
92.3 now, it put them on the map.
You can't. It's really fucking sad. Like you can't. Everything is staged, and like you were saying, they spoon feed you. They spoon feed you spoon feedable material. It's like you don't have to spoon feed horse shit. It's horse shit for a fucking reason, and then they spoon feed you the horse shit.
Well,
it's like everything.
They can't even do a prank where people would be like, "Wow, is something going on?" Like for a second.
You can't. You can't do a fucking prank. Every prank call now is staged.
Well,
these things are all staged because this fucking everything is so fucking emasculated and pussified now. You can't fucking do anything.
And this bit would almost work if you just threw it out there. But as soon as you start giving the rules, people are like, "Oh, okay, more fake dumb radio."
It's
You know what I
terrible.
mean?
It's terrible.
Well, that's exactly what George Harrison's gutter hat has said.
Oh, we're in the chat room.
Yes.
Is that one of the names?
Yes, George Harrison's gutter. His hat with the gutters on it to catch his goopy brain.
George Harrison's gutter.
Should we just play the next track there?
You know, somebody has to be noticing all the people in the chat. Are there more people in the chat room than there were?
Oh, yeah, quite a few.
Well, let's play the next track because we got to move on because we got Kari from Mythbusters coming in.
Where we're highlighting an entire month's worth of clues. So now we're going to fast forward to clue number 5.
South Bell 92.1 in active hip hop and R&B, home of that Russ Paul morning show and the station on the hunt for the $5,000 fugitive. Hello, who's on the line?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Am I supposed to just walk up to a random person and ask them, do they have the money?
Yes.
Because this can be dangerous.
That could be very dangerous.
Ask them.
But just do it in a nice way. Don't just walk up to somebody and snatch them up and do it. Just say, hey, excuse me, are you the iPower 92.1 $5,000 fugitive?
But that can be anybody in Richmond.
You're right. But it could be that
Jesus
somebody in
fuck.
Richmond, and you could win that reward.
That's right. But, okay, can I request a song?
Yeah, which one here, baby?
Soulja Boy, Blowing Me Kisses.
I'll get it on for you in a little bit, baby.
Thank you.
iPower, you down with the king. Did you notice how she lost interest and said, well, can you just play me a fucking song, please?
Just play a song, motherfucker.
Why would the fugitive steal money and then give it back and risk prison to someone who said the station name? Like, radio is so, as an industry, is so fucking, it's shit.
It stinks.
It's a bunch of fucking cornball, uncreative people. The morning show didn't say, hey, that's some fucking faggot boss.
There's a consultant and a boss coming in and going, hey, there's a great promotion that's going around the nation.
This is like the number one promotion in
We're
radio
picking this up.
Out there.
It's the we're going to do the few. They probably called a big meeting. Goes, hey, staff, I just want to let you know, we're doing the fugitive gag. And everybody's got to clap. Yep, we're doing it. Here's how it works. For $5,000. Big meeting with all of them at the conference table. And some uncreative fucking management standing there. Ugh.
Yeah. Pal, you down with the king?
Hey, how are you doing?
Is this somebody faking like they're the iPower 92.1 $5,000 fugitive? Because we need to keep these lines open for the real person.
I am the person.
Oh,
Don't want
any street
to mess
cred.
with me. Sometimes, Tut, I get angry. You don't want to see that side of me.
Did I make you angry?
Well, Tiffany made me angry. She
If you're
told her
dating a white
sister
woman.
Ebony that I wasn't real.
Whoa.
Very real.
Hold up. I just talked to those ladies doing the hard driving fire. Where are you?
Oh, at work, listening.
Work.
I shouldn't
I
say
know
much
one
more
part of
than
the clue.
that. Who lets people listen to our power at work? There's a clue right there.
Because you know all those wily comic book criminals have day jobs.
I know one part of the clue.
Yeah.
They're white.
Yeah. We can look for the Riddler around Gotham or at Office Depot.
Yes.
Where he works a 9 to 5.
He's working.
Say much more than that. Who lets people listen to iPower at work? There's a clue right there. And here's another clue. Dinner time. The chase has left me hungry. If you're at the Arches, 2 cheeseburgers may help you find me. Oh, nummy, gotta go.
Arches? Arches?
My favorite part about the promotion is that you can tell when people really stop caring and when the station gets desperate. Because he just said, I'll be at the McDonald's tonight.
Right.
Yeah. So if anybody really wanted the $5,000, they just go to McDonald's and do it.
What are they doing down there at McDonald's? Drinking milkshakes, I assure you.
I hope that's what happens to the fugitive. Hope fucking Steve Buscemi shoots him.
McDonald's.
We got
We're leaving dinner to go to McDonald's. Fucking scumbag father-in-law.
Dude.
I love that guy.
We got to move through this because we got Mythbusters coming in here. Kari. What's the next one there, Sam? That was clue number 5.
Yeah, we fast forward even further to clue number 12.
Oh.
12 o'clock throwback with DJ Flavor inside Skills Radio on iPower 92.1, interactive hip hop and R&B.
Yeah, your boy Skills in the building, Skills Radio right here on iPower. Y'all know what it do.
Flav on the set, we in the building, and I'm gonna scan these lines for the fugitive, man. So let's see what's up.
Yeah, it's about that time. I mean, they supposed to be calling, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, let's check the lines. Let's see what it do.
All right.
I have a question really quick.
All right, hold on the line for me. I'm looking for the fugitive right now, okay?
More important
All
stuff.
right.
Power, you the fugitive?
They're looking for the fugitive.
Power, is this the fugitive?
Yes, I'm taking a break from chatting with my new friend, Chris. Chris, you have a lot of confidence. I'll just say that. Now, look up and down as you pass people on the street. If they have pet hair on their clothes, the money you will not meet. Gotta run. Click.
So they don't have a pet?
He doesn't have a pet. Or she doesn't have a... What?
I'm just taking a break. I need to be quick because my boss is coming.
This fucking I can't even hate the radio show. It's the fucking
they're forced to do it.
It's their bosses and the promotion.
They don't
sucks.
They can't think of their own shit, so they get these bits from a company.
Yeah. And it's because
you know how lame that is? You're supposed to be hiring people that know how to talk and might be a little creative, and you can't even come up with your own shit.
It's because they have fucking...
That's what's even more enraging. This bit's being done all over the country.
Fuck them. I hate the radio show
bit.
because your path that you take leads you there. You know what I mean? It's like that's where they led themselves. Fuck them. You wear the fucking armband, you march for Hitler. Fuck them.
But if you got a gig and you're doing a job, and the station's doing okay, and the fucking boss and the station's only doing okay because your fucking pussy boss is making you play from a playlist that tested positive with a focus group. As a guy, your hands are kind of tied. So they come in, they go, we're doing this bit because it's going to get the fucking numbers up for everybody. You can't say no because you have to get your numbers. It's like, it's a bad spot to be in. And I'm not saying the radio show's good, but I fucking despise the people who make them do it. And the chick calling in stinks.
Oh, terrible.
And then also, it's like if your station's not making a lot of money and somebody steals a prize pack,
you
have
money
to get it back.
That is a good point.
Although you're going to now give it to the listener, which makes no fucking sense. They can't even figure that shit out.
They really can't.
Where are we at there? We're up to clue number 27? How many clues do they have?
This is still not even close to right now. This is weeks ago.
Power, hello, is this the Fuge?
All right.
So
Why can't he answer the fucking phone properly?
It's the Fuge.
Power, hello, is this the Fuge?
Well, I was going to remain silent and just sit here until it got awkward. But no, I'll talk. I'm off to some lunch. And fight to break up my day. The name of the hood sounds like something that Santa might say. Bye.
Ho ho.
What would Santa say? Get off my lap. I spilled something in there. It feels really good. I forgot I met Joe already. Kiss him on his shoulders. Soft shoulders. Like
What shoulders?
Like a lady.
We have 6 more tracks.
That's right.
How are we going to get through this?
We're trying to track the future.
We don't have to finish it later.
Yeah, we certainly can.
This is terrific. I'd hate to rush through
We'll
this.
do one more. We'll do one more track, then we'll take a break. Then we'll get Kari from Mythbusters.
Sure.
Okay, because we gotta.
It'll be halfway through the bit.
The more clues we get, the closer we'll get.
Shut up.
All right.
I don't feel like playing today.
Okay.
What's
This always
this
happens
one?
with Jocktober. You guys don't feel like playing anymore.
Well, we're gonna do show and tell.
Sure we are.
Before the end of today's show, by the way.
Okay.
What's the next track there, Sam?
Clue number 30. The Fuge has been number 30. The Fuge has been following some of the DJs around.
Kari just signed in though. All right, we're gonna take a break, Sam.
What about the track? We just played everybody's. All right.
We'll come back.
We'll get
Kari.
Yeah, we'll get back to this.
Everyone's gonna be very excited then.
For what? Kari, of course.
No. For the Fugitive.
Waiting all morning for this, and then more.
By the way, the Ice Road Trucker gave me a kiss, and Danny thinks that he can get a kiss from Kari, and I don't think it's possible.
The Ice Road Trucker kissed you?
You gonna see that on his head?
He gave me a kiss.
on the
I
head?
got kissed by an Ice Road Trucker.
Kari will kiss Danny.
Let's see.
It's true. Yeah, we'll get it done.
Let's see.
I'll be like, oh, can I have a kiss?
On the virus, Sirius XM.
All right, we got Joe DeRosa in studio playing Helium Comedy Club starting tomorrow night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, down there in Philly. Make sure you go see Joe DeRosa, very, very funny guy. And you're doing it with Amy Schumer, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Try again.
Yes,
All
it'll
right,
be
good.
fun.
All right.
And walking down the hall, Danny's favorite. Danny's losing his mind. He's been losing his mind for the last couple of days.
I know, my heart rate just shot up like double. I think.
Kari Byron from Mythbusters. Danny is losing his mind.
Poor Danny.
She is his favorite of all time.
For Danny.
Look at you.
I'm already hot and sweaty.
Hi, Kari.
How are you?
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show.
Hi.
He's very.
Hi.
You might want to watch out on your right there. He's very
I'm trying
nervous.
not to look. If I look, it's going to be over.
He is your biggest fan by far.
Smitten.
Kari,
Can't look at her.
He's losing his mind.
Are you kidding me?
This is not a joke.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
This is not a joke. He's losing his mind.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jim. Oh, she has such a nice handshake, Danny.
He really is losing his mind.
Yeah, Danny has a crush on you.
I promise he doesn't bite. Can you at least hug him and get it out of the way? Just hug him. Hug him, and then we can do a real interview. Oh, my God.
See, I told you she smelled good. I told you.
Showered and everything.
He absolutely, we all love you, but he really loves you.
He's crazy.
Like in a creepy way. He's all right. He's all right,
Already
though.
making me feel very comfortable.
I've already made sure to just hide in my little corner so I don't get too close or
Why?
no sharp movements or
Look
anything.
how ready he's getting.
Yeah.
I could feel
He
it.
very rarely likes girls who are over 18. It's kind of nice to see an actual adult.
Well, why don't we ask Danny, why do you like her so much?
Well, I'm a
Look at her. Eh?
I'm a big fan of the show in the first place. I love Mythbusters. I've seen, I think, probably every one 1,000 times.
Yeah, I love the show.
But it's just because it's the whole package, It's the beauty, it's the brains, it's the whole thing right there.
Aw.
Look at this.
Now she's saying it right.
If I could probably really creep her out because I know you did some event in D.C. at the mall over there over the weekend, and I was crazy enough because I didn't know we were getting you in studio at that point. I had considered driving into D.C. just to go.
Jesus, that's great.
Danny, 7 hours there and back.
Danny, why don't you just pull out a piece of her hair from your pocket?
If she's willing to part with some, I'll definitely
If
keep
Lee
it in my
Malvo
wallet.
and John Muhammad showed up at her DC event, she would have been less freaked out.
You are really a ghoul.
Well, I didn't know we were going to get her in. and I was
I
just
know.
like,
Yeah, you know, I knew you were in D.C. and you were staying at the Radisson, so I was tempted to go and knock on your door and invite you to the show. He's usually not this creepy.
Yeah, he really is. I've never seen him like this.
Himself very shy.
You
With any
guys really love him and
Very hot
torture
and
him
sweaty.
like this.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot? I mean, you must. I mean, you know, being a very beautiful woman on what is typically just a couple of guys, you must get this all the time.
No, not really. We're very insular. I mean, we have just the few of us working, very skeleton crew, and I'm kind of a sister to them now. They don't look at me like that.
Yeah, but I think the fans, though, because you are getting some geeky guys that like watching the show, although the show does cross over many people. But
you mean the non-geeky people? Is that like...
some geeky, non-geeky people, but you get a lot of geeky people, and you are like queen of the geeky people.
I'll take it. That's a compliment. I love that.
Because I won't put it as mushy as Danny put it, but it is very good to see a woman such as yourself doing things that are kind of cool and mechanical and geeky and fun.
Kind of cool?
Kind of cool.
I shoot
No, they're very, very cool.
50 caliber gun.
I know.
One day, the next day I go to the bomb range. I have the coolest job
I own
ever.
that rifle.
Ever.
I own a Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah.
I
Really?
take it out to Calverton. Don't they like hurt your head to shoot?
I wear earplugs.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like the concussion makes you feel like you've been punched in the face. Like it's such a. Maybe I'm just a pussy.
You are, because
I like it. I like that feeling.
It is
it's a
great,
strange feeling
it's
you
a
can't
concussion.
explain.
Yeah, like things move around you. If you have stuff on tables like 3 feet away, it just flies off the
You
table.
two get along very well. I like this.
Carrie's chopped down a tree with a minigun. What have you done? How many trees have you took out?
Not many, but I did blow up a watermelon with
Gallagher's camera.
Some guy was holding it. You were aiming at the fruit.
No, a Desert Eagle, 50 cal Desert Eagle.
That's
fun
pretty
to shoot,
impressive.
too. Yeah, you guys have gotten into shooting. You've gotten to shoot some fun guns. I know Jamie does a lot of the shooting when you were doing the ballistics into the pool, which was very surprising.
Yeah,
I thought the
wasn't
higher
it a great
caliber
one?
was going to go deeper than the smaller caliber. But
So now you
go
know.
figure that out.
When you're
I know.
being chased by villains or
Yeah.
good guys, in some cases.
Yeah.
Die.
Were you now what was the initial thing? Because years ago when the show first started, it was just Adam and Jamie, two knock around guys, just building stuff and blowing things up and everything. What was the basic idea behind bringing you on board and the other people that came on after that?
Well, I've kind of been there since day one because I took an internship with Mythbusters. Well, actually with Jamie as a special effects artist. On my first day as an intern was the first day of filming. So you can kind of see in some of the early episodes when they pan across, I'll be like laughing in the background and that kind of stuff.
Never noticed that.
And then, I mean, it was really just kind of a small show on a cable channel. You know, I didn't think anybody was watching, and they happened to need a woman's backside for one of their...
Yes, the famous...
That was for the plane toilet myth.
Yes,
yes.
That was
Can
the
you
first,
get
that was
stuck
the first
on the
thing she
plane
did.
toilet?
Yeah, so, you know, hey, I was the only girl at the shop. They
Did you
didn't
have
want
any
Adam's butt.
reservations about that?
No, I really thought nobody would really see it. I didn't think it'd be the first thing that would come up when you Google my name.
I know, now it just comes up.
It really is how do you say this? A terrific photo.
There had to be, but I mean, come on. There had to be shenanigans going on that day. Like it's your first day doing stuff, and like, oh, what can we have her do? Oh, I know what we need.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
put her
a
in
myth.
skin tight spandex.
No, mold her ass. No one has ever brought up this myth before. Shut up.
In the fans.
Yeah. Jamie's like, oh, I know what we can do today.
Yes, there's a myth that a man can hold his breath with an ass on his face.
You're naughty.
Jimmy
you are
is
naughty.
bad. Isn't he bad?
But I'm just saying that's, you know...
Jimmy.
Sorry.
So then you got got a little more involved though as time went on.
Yeah.
Obviously, and it was kind of refreshing to see. A little, I must say, Jamie and Adam, nice enough guys, but not as good to look at. I think they wanted to get somebody, and they got somebody that actually, you know, was able to do some of the
Well, it wasn't like a
heavy work.
casting thing, though. It wasn't like we
It
were
just
looking
kinda
for
happened,
people.
right.
It was just, you know, we worked at the shop. I mean, all of those guys have worked together before at ILM. I mean, we're in San Francisco. We're not in an LA atmosphere where there's tons of people throwing down resumes. We all just kind of worked there, and they were filming us. I mean, it's actual reality. It's not like we have writers like most reality shows. We're being followed by a camera, so we mess up, they're there.
And then all of a sudden, though, you start getting kind of noticed, I guess. You get recognized.
And then being an intern for a silly little cable show turns into a big show. And you didn't have any real fame or notoriety before that, so
No.
Were you expecting that at all? Or
Are you kidding me? I had no idea that this was going to be my career. In fact, I'm pretty sure my parents are psyched I have a job.
Really?
I was an art major, you know?
Do they still think it's like, I can't wait till she gets a real job?
Oh, no. They are so
good.
proud of me.
Yeah, my parents are silly like that. They're like, God, he does his little show with his friends. I'm like, no, it's a real job, I swear.
Hey, how was Obama? Was he on set?
No, actually, Jamie and Adam went to the White House and they did a little thing, and he just issued a challenge for us. He didn't actually participate in the rest of the myth. We used his contacts.
Try to keep your tax money? Is that the challenge? Sorry, not a fan.
So wait,
the myth is I'm going to be able to keep more than half my income. Oops. Oh, no. Busted.
Did they get to meet him?
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't you go? Were you kind of annoyed when they're like, look, you're gonna have to sit this one out?
No, actually, I was working on something really cool back in San Francisco.
You blow that off to meet the president.
What's cooler than going to the White House and hanging out with Obama?
Well, I mean, that's pretty cool, but I mean, it was pretty cool to also
Building
be doing
something that explodes or rocket-powered.
or something very heavy and car-crushing that might be happening. I mean, we're the episode. We have another myth that we're doing at the same time, and Jamie and Adam are working on that one, and Obama basically just gave us 500 school kids. He gave us the contacts to get 500
really?
kids to help them out. I mean, that was amazing.
Oh, okay. I wonder what they're doing.
Oh, well, that's pretty public. He wanted us to retest the solar...
Oh, the solar
The death
burning
ray.
the ships,
Yeah,
right.
the Archimedes death ray.
He believes it, right?
I wouldn't say he believes it. He just didn't like our methodology of how we tested it.
Well, maybe you didn't like his policy on healthcare.
If I asked, would it ruin the episode to ask what about the myth being busted your way did he not agree with?
He thought we didn't have enough manpower. He wanted to see actually what it would happen.
Just take the 10% of the country that's unemployed. Sorry, I'm not a fan.
Okay, I'm getting
Yes. Got that a while ago.
Well, what I really love about this is we're working with the STEM program, which is the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, which kids are not getting into science anymore. So it's really nice to see a big push to try to get kids into science because the pipeline for scientists and engineers is drying up in America, and we need some homegrown cures for cancer, for solutions for pollution.
But do you think that kids are getting more into science these days as opposed to maybe 10 years ago because of the popularity of channels like Discovery and the Science Channel and History and shows like Mythbusters and things like that?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Exactly. I have a big impact on the world.
Changing the face of the nation.
I was a terrible student, and I certainly wasn't interested in science. I mean, I like science. I wasn't interested in it up until, you put on Discovery Channel 24 hours a day.
I know.
I wasn't interested in science until I heard you were in D.C. and I had to get a telescope.
DeRosa's just mad because he got bumped out off the big boy table.
I don't like it. I'm back here like a fucking dog.
Have your macaroni and cheese back there.
We made him get out of the big boy seat.
You're in his table. Danny made me move.
I feel bad.
This is how I know Danny's nervous, because I've interviewed people that I was very nervous interviewing, but I know Danny's he's never like this. Is that he's asking questions and they're not moving? So, do you think science was always popular? And then he just stops.
I knew he was nervous when he said shenanigans.
Yeah, pardon my French.
Not really.
Not at all.
I like the shenanigans. You do a show also called Head Rush.
Yeah, that's focused at the kids.
And that's focused at, it's kind of like Mythbusters, but geared more toward teens and stuff.
Sure.
It's commercial free. Yeah, it's Mythbusters, but commercial free. And instead of commercials, I do experiments, sort of like Bill Nye the Science Guy, kind of little small experiments.
A little different than Bill Nye.
You don't have to explain it to me.
Thank you. A little different than Bill Nye.
A DVR Head Rush every day at 4
I don't
p.m. on the
tune in
Science
Bill
Channel.
Nye to just look at Bill Nye.
Bill Nye is awesome.
I know, but you're awesomer.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment because I definitely respect the guy.
Yeah. Was he a role model?
It's like Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, was Mr. Wizard a role model?
Man, I met Bill Nye at a party, and actually, he's a fun guy to talk to.
Really?
Yeah.
At a party?
Yeah.
Just drinking out of a beaker?
Oh, is that Mr. Wizard?
Fun.
Who's Bill Nye? I don't know the name.
Bill Nye the Science
Guy. What's wrong with you, Jimmy?
I don't know the name.
Jimmy.
I know who the Mythbusters are. I just don't know who Bill Nye is.
You've never watched an episode of Mythbusters?
Yes, I have.
I'm turning you in right now.
They did a great one about pulling a fucking two phone books apart.
Oh, yeah, phone
books. It was
friction.
amazing.
Wait, you can swear here?
Yeah.
We're on Sirius, huh?
Satellite radio.
Yeah,
what do you want to say? It's the best.
So that's why you can be on the radio.
Yes, I'm very dirty. So much, though.
I actually...
He's behaving, actually.
I'm a fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know you're naughty, so...
Thank you very much.
But you've seen him before?
Well, you know, I saw you on the Louis show, and...
Thank you.
Yeah, now I want to kill Jim.
Now we hate when people come in here and know Jimmy.
Why not? Why?
We just don't like it.
Can't Kari and I just get along and have a couple people that kind of get to know each other? What's wrong with that?
Shut up. Yeah. What'd you call it, Karen?
Kari.
Oh, okay.
Can't Kari and I get along?
So you saw the trailer for one of the shows where they put the phone book together with the pages, and now you've seen every episode?
No, Tanks had actually took to pull it apart.
To undermine this.
Oh, no, but Tanks had took to pull it apart. That was actually very interesting.
Jimmy.
He's watched. Are you a married woman?
Yes.
Yes, I'm married.
And a little baby.
Yeah.
You had to take a little leave of absence?
I did.
Did you miss the show?
You know, I was pretty happy to be home for 4 months. It was a nice vacation because I worked till I was 10 months pregnant. So I was at the bomb range when I was gigantic.
Bomb range. That's great.
Yeah, being pregnant at the bomb range is a hard thing to do. There's lots of hills. There's no place to go to the bathroom. It's insane.
How do you guys, I know sometimes you've had insurance issues where they're like, oh, they won't allow us to do this. But then you're able to completely destroy and explode a cement mixer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the things that insurance has a problem with are usually things that are going to cause us bodily harm. But we have so many experts with us. It's like the bomb range is the safest place to be. When we're doing stuff like that, we've got FBI, we've got the bomb techs, we've got all these experts keeping us safe. We're in bunkers.
How did a little show get to do that? If you put together when they first started, a little show going like, hey, we want to blow something up. Let's call the FBI and get some dynamite. Like, it seems like it would be a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah, but think about what some of these guys do on a regular basis, and they get to actually go out to the bomb range and blow things up for
and have fun.
Yeah, you know, they're not out giving tickets or anything.
I bet we wouldn't be able to do that, though. Hi, we do a radio show and we'd like to blow something up. They'd be cuffing us.
Yeah, of course.
Investigating
Where do you guys go? How far is this from where you go? Like, I guess you have a giant open area you go to.
Yeah, it's a baseball field in Frisco.
But I'm curious as to how far it is. It's a very metropolitan area.
It's about I think an hour from us. The Bay Area is awesome. We have everything we need. We have all these abandoned naval bases and all these open areas, and the city right in the middle has everything we need, like, you know, metal shops and wood shops.
It is amazing. It's like, oh, we need a house. Because you're doing the experiment with the bug. You take the bug spray stuff, the bombs, bug bombs, and fill up a house with it. And it's like, oh, yeah, we need a house to explode.
But we have, this amazing team of really charming researchers that talk people into the most amazing things. Like, we got a 747 to play with.
Yeah.
I mean, who gets that?
Yeah, that was a good one, too.
Yeah.
What was the most shocking myth that was actually true that you thought was bullshit?
Well, it's actually not a big, crazy one. It's kind of a small one. We had this gag. We were doing red flag to a bull where we were trying to see if the red actually aggravated them. And so just as a gag, we're like, let's do bull in a china shop, you know? It'll just be funny. We'll see a bunch of carnage. So we set up this china shop with a whole bunch of thrift store dishes and in like a small pen. It was probably like 15 by 15, and just let a bull loose. And we thought he would just smash everything. Such agility and grace, danced around all the shelves, didn't knock over one dish.
He straightened a Hummel.
That's great.
We released 2, 3, 4, 5 bowls, didn't knock over a dish. We actually had more dishes knocked over in the thrift store by my co-host Tori when we were trying to buy the dishes than any of the bowls ever did.
Here's the video.
Oh, wow, look at this bowl. He's actually shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty insane.
That is a good one.
Was that your favorite myth? What was your favorite myth?
Oh, man, Demolition Derby by far.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I was in a Sikorsky helicopter dropping a car, trying to hit an X, and Grant was radio controlling a car from the other end of the desert, and we were trying to make the two cars meet at the middle. And that was crazy.
You get to do fun things.
Awesome, yeah.
I do.
You know, going back to that insurance thing, I was actually surprised at one of the last episodes, Cold Feet, with Tori. I mean, they put him in. The whole myth was to see if cold feet was something that you can get, like if you could be scared enough where your feet actually get colder than your core temperature. And they put Tori in a stunt plane, and took him up and started doing some pretty sick shit and doing like 3.5 G's. And as I'm seeing him get into this cockpit and go down the road, I'm like, they're not going to let him do this. Like, there's no way. Because I know that some of the stuff that they haven't been able to do in the past. Yeah. Sure enough, the guy took him up.
We gave him a parachute.
I was surprised
we scared
about
the heck
that.
out of him, though. You know what you don't see in the show is I talk to the pilot. I'm like, can you freak him out a little bit? Can you maybe say some stuff? Can you like maybe make the plane stall just a little bit and be like, really get ready, we're gonna have to jump. Could you do something? And so he definitely had a few extra thrills up there that you didn't see.
The pilot was showing him how to roll off of the wing in case he has to eject.
Oh my God! Wait, was it a military jet or was it a plane?
No, it was a stunt plane.
So how do you roll off the wing? What does that mean?
Well, like if you fall out.
Yeah, you don't want to jump out. They were playing with his head and trying to gas him up, but.
Well, yeah, because if you'd fall out of the plane, you're probably going to hit the tail. So they were showing you how to not just get hit by the tail, but to roll off of it like G.I. Joe style.
Oh wow! And did his feet get cold?
Not as cold as mine did. We had some other tests. I don't know if you didn't see the show.
He's only seen the show. I'm a fan. I watch all the time.
We had to.
Danny, will you recite the episode blow by blow for us right now, please?
Well, it starts off with that blue paper and then a silver Sharpie.
Well, we were trying to test, what would really scare us, so we all got to come up with what scared each other. I knew Tori was scared of heights, so we did the stunt plane, and that's kind of like a thrill fear, and then Grant scared.
You just bring Grant outside. You just bring him into a city environment, and he got freaked out.
Oh, worse. He's scared of spiders. Are any of you scared of spiders?
No.
Not at all?
Unless they're on me. Like, if there's one here, I'm like, I don't like it, but that's not a phobia.
Well, imagine tarantulas the size of your hand being dropped in your head while your head is sealed in a glass box.
No.
I've done other things in a glass box.
Naughty.
So wait. All right, so they put his head in it's all...
We made a torture chair. We made him sit in a chair. He had to sit there. We put a box over his head, and there's a little hole in the top, and then I just start dropping tarantulas on him. Yeah.
Was he screaming? I mean...
Oh, my... He looked like he was going to wet his pants. He was so scared. Like, he was going... Oh!
Do they bite or they don't bite, right? Were they...
I didn't get ones that bite. I'm not that cruel. I mean, I wanted to freak him out. I didn't want to kill him.
Scary.
Grant I think the most scared I ever saw Grant was when you guys did that myth where you guys were in the water, and I think sharks were in the water as well, and one like brushed up against him, and apparently he does not like when fish touch him in the water.
He claims this is a real phobia, that other people have this phobia, that fish touching you is.
Yeah, I pretty much don't like that.
I don't think I like that.
Really?
It's about the unseen. Yeah. It's about the unseen, though. It's under the water. That doesn't go back to childhood at all. A hand on the knee.
If I was walking down the street and a fish touched my leg, I wouldn't care.
I have a friend.
The fear of Abe Vigoda.
I have a friend with a fish phobia, and we went to the Museum of Natural History or Natural Science, whatever. And when you go into the room with all the fish replicas and shit like that, she has to cover her eyes in the room and scream and run through it. She
that's
can't.
Crazy.
It's fucking
crazy.
nuts.
Those are the people I like to torture.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so easy to mess with.
Can I hire you to put her head in a box and drop fish on her head?
That would be awesome.
To see what happens.
Yeah, you do have a torturous side of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes all around. I mean, I love using the taser on Tori when he's not expecting it. It's kind of like coffee for him.
Wait, did you have a fear that you did? What was yours?
I did. Mine was more like a dread. It's kind of the gag on the show that they like to make me gag. They love to try to get me to throw up, and they feel like they've really accomplished something if they can get me to fruition, if I can actually puke. So
through motion or what you see?
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay.
So they'll like send me to the butcher, and like the butcher will throw a tongue at me and be like, duh. They'll be like, here's some pig entrails. Could you put this in a blender? Because we need it for something. But in this particular case, they blindfolded me and brought me out into the shop, and the smell was so bad. I could hear them sort of dry heaving as they led me out. It's like, what are they doing to me? And then I sit down at this table, they take the blindfold off, and there's this sort of buffet of like chicken feet, fish head, pig entrails, like the nastiest stuff you've ever seen. And then they bring out this platter of like live bugs, maggots, hissing cockroaches, scorpions, crickets. And they said, pick two. You have to eat them. Oh. And I was just looking at them. It's like salmonella, trichinosis, dysentery, it looked really bad. The cleanest thing to me looked like the bugs, because they were lab grade, so I figured that would probably be the safest. So
sure.
I choked down a little maggot worm to start with, which actually was a good choice because it slithered down pretty easily, even though it really freaked me out. Second choice was a cricket. and that was a bad choice. They're really spiky.
Are they bitter?
Well, I was trying to just swallow without chewing.
Oh,
so
yeah, they got a
stuck
lot
in
of
my throat.
spines and stuff on them.
You could hear them inside you.
It got stuck right here, and I was going,
Yeah.
and it was alive. It was alive. It was stuck right there, and I'm torturing it by.
Come on now.
I did throw up.
Oh,
you did.
Well, it was stuck in my throat.
Good for them.
But then they made me eat it again because I had to eat it.
Oh my God.
I know. I said this on the show. I'm a grown
Trooper.
woman. Boys are still trying to make me eat bugs. I can't
That's
believe
funny.
this.
You're a trooper.
I would have eaten the maggots too, even though they're disgusting.
No fucking way.
They're the
They do
cleanest.
look clean, I know, but look at that.
They clean wounds.
Maggots.
They're good if you have a wound. That's why they put maggots in a wound. They clean the wound.
What year are you in?
I know.
I'm just saying they good.
How about antibiotics?
Yeah.
I like maggots.
You know what's good for sickness? A nice bleeding.
I got some leeches and
Yeah.
you get a cut.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah, you look really unhappy there.
Oh, yeah, the smell around me was also it was making you want to throw up as it was.
You ever get scared
Still
of doing
beautiful,
something? Like where you're like, oh, that's just too, like, scary?
The shark special, we had to test whether sharks were afraid of flashlights. So we were put
You're
under...
afraid of flashlights?
We'll see. I'm afraid of being in completely dark water with sharks with the lights off.
I could see that.
Yeah, and then at one point that, before we got our testing done, we turned off all the lights because we had to do a control test to see how many sharks would show up in the area to start with. So you'd feel whoosh, whoosh. You didn't know if it was a turtle. You didn't know if it was a shark.
Man,
you didn't know if it was
no
a diver. And I was just like, okay.
No
Just like, come on, buck up. I have to handle this. They're handling this. I'm handling this.
Yeah, you are in a boys' club over there, so it does seem like you have to kind of go one step beyond.
Now, just keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it different now that you're a mom? Is there some stuff that maybe you would not do now that you would have previously?
No.
Look,
still gone home.
You're a trooper.
Nice.
No,
I love the fact it's like, nah.
No, I still jump out of planes.
There's the cricket stuck in your throat.
They have a puke cam.
They're so mean.
That was really
A
bad.
puke cam. That's funny.
You know, it was kind of a semi-disturbing episode. It was from a while ago, but the water torture. Because you had a tough time with that.
Up. I've got nightmares.
What is the water torture?
You were like really screwed up about that one.
Well, I mean.
What is it?
Okay,
they just did the Chinese water torture
where they drip water in your head. But we just for the looks of it, we made this like splinter-ridden table, and we used Civil War shackles to shackle us up so that we couldn't move, and we had to be tortured by the water.
They had to make it
Where's
hot.
your
Yeah, that's on my
Right here on
DVR.
your forehead, it was drip, drip, drip. So like you couldn't like tune it out. Every time a drip would hit, it just brought you back into the fact that you're being tortured. I don't think we really thought this through as a myth because the best case scenario is torture.
Yeah,
How do you not just move your head to the left or right, or do they stay?
No, it was strapped down. I had this like,
couldn't move.
Yeah, it was strapped with like a leather strap and this thing that held my face there.
She got so upset.
How
It was
long
very
into
sad.
it do you start to get really bothered by it? Like after how many? Is it 10 minutes or is it an hour? That's tolerable.
I was at about an hour. I started to freak out because I was getting claustrophobic and my arms started cramping, and but I didn't want to call it. I didn't want to look like a wimp. And so the EMT actually had to say, you know what, she's done, because I started to cry a little bit.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll make it.
Oh my
and they're like, no,
God.
you're done. But
How long would the Chinese do that for? Like what's
Probably days.
Yeah, look, she's
Look, I'm
crying.
crying.
That's terrible. Were
Come
you
on.
taking Might all that time? Was it?
Did you see what finger I'm holding?
All right, Kari just clipped me off.
She's crying?
Just give me a second. No, I didn't.
No, of course not.
That was a thumb.
I know, you're very wholesome.
That was a thumb.
I had a moment of sheer terror and panic.
That's the face we want you to
when I was on
have
the
by the
rack.
time you're done with this
And
interview.
it was so strange. I didn't expect going into this that I was going to freak out and start crying in front of everybody. I mean, I knew I could get up at any time, but the restraints totally made me lose it.
I actually haven't watched this episode.
Really?
Oh, you've never watched it?
Oh, no.
It's like a Hannibal Lecter mask almost. It's
Yeah,
holding
really
the face
is.
in place.
Wasn't the water like cold, I think?
The water we did on Tori was ice water, but it didn't make this episode. I guess they thought it was more fun to watch me cry.
Yeah, that's watch ice water drip on Tori's
And it
head.
was high too, right? It drips from high up. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I actually kind of, the worst part is we were making this. I make torture devices for myself. Like, how messed up is that?
Yeah, that
It's
is
like,
pretty
go
sick.
pick the switch off the tree kind of thing, you know?
How come he's not bolted in?
Oh, because we wanted to try it without being restrained, because we couldn't go through with it, and we wanted to just kind of isolate the water torture. And we put him in a diaper so that he'd have to lay there for a long time. But I don't know if you knew this about adult diapers, but they're not like baby diapers where they're supposed to take a full thing of pee. It's for a little bit of drip. So like all of a sudden he's like he had to run because he's like, this isn't holding. I don't remember if that was in the episode or not, so maybe I shouldn't have said that.
How does that place ever get clean? Like, I was just watching that poo episode, and like, it wasn't real poo that they were using, but there was just shit flying all over the place, and I'm like, there's no way they're getting everything. Like, there has to be just rotting stuff from 5 seasons ago just hanging around that warehouse.
When I was an intern, my job was to scrape the chicken guts off the ceiling after they had rotted, and so nice now that I have interns.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Clean out the fridge is the worst.
That is a good.
That's a good feeling.
We have 2 fridges now because I put a human skull in the fridge where everybody put their lunches.
Oh, that kind
and I had made like fake brains and stuff in it, and you know the experiment went longer than we thought, and it started to rot in there, and apparently the smell was really bad, and the office was getting mad at me. They're just like, you can't put a human skull next to my sandwich. So we had to get 2 fridges, one for human food and one for the stuff that we leave out. And in particular, that banquet that they made me eat, we kind of stuck that in the fridge and then forgot about it over the weekend. And then we forgot about it over a period of a few weeks. And then somebody had unplugged the fridge for sound issues. And we're like, what is that smell? What is going on? And so somebody goes, I think it's the fridge, opens the door. We had to evacuate the shop.
Wow, that bad.
Yeah, it was like that scene from Stand By Me where everybody's like, "Blah," you know?
It's great to know.
It'd be like cleaning the workshop in Saw.
Exactly.
It's great to know the same crap happens where you work. Like you watch Mythbusters.
What? You have human skulls in your fridge?
Well, not so much human skulls, but just nasty garbage and.
I would like to play a game. We're going to see if shit is flammable.
Hey, what does your husband do? Is he kind of like alpha like you are, like test limits, or is he, a corporate guy?
He is a tattoo artist by day, and then on the weekends he races motorcycles.
Yeah, see, that's the type of people that are attracted to each other. Both. Yeah, they both kind of.
I have tattoos and a motorcycle.
Yes,
he's laughing at you.
I think that's illegal in America.
Yeah, but they're hemp and it's a moped.
Oh, Dan.
How long are you married?
I've been with him for a decade.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've only been married for about 5 years.
Was it weird for him, like when you both kind of start seeing each other and you're just kind of both not in the limelight, then all of a sudden his wife or girlfriend is now a celebrity? Is that like uncomfortable for him, or is he fine with it?
At first, it sucked for him because I go out to places and boys were noticing me a little bit more, and I'd get creepy emails, and then there'd be a picture of us on the internet from going to an art show, and then all of a sudden there'd be all these comments like, who is she dating, her dad? Like, just really mean stuff. And
Dear Kari, you're going to be in D.C., right?
Yes. I have a hat and glasses as well as a tattoo and a motorcycle. Just listing things.
He's used to it now. He's super cool with it. He doesn't worry about it anymore.
Is he older than you?
Oh, no, same age.
Oh, wow. Okay. They were just being dicks.
Real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they were just being jerks.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's the internet. You're 14, you're in your basement, you're angry. There's an outlet.
Exactly. I'm looking for you. Oh.
Most of our fans are really nice, and they'll actually kind of attack those people for me. I never have to respond.
I bet you're very defended as far as
I've got a lot of
viewers go.
I think he actually is.
Danny.
Me a few times. Are you,
Yes.
Oh,
Fanboy 44?
No. He's RP1ST.
No, I don't do the message board thing.
Terrible.
Picking a creepy screen.
Yeah, that is a creepy name.
What I fear is he picked that so quickly, I swear. That's got to be his handle. That's got to be his handle.
Too. It was too fast. He had to have jotted that one down a few times.
Do they have chat rooms anymore? I think that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I haven't gone in a long time. They used to be fun, but then it's just like, I'm going to get screen capped doing this.
Yeah. Do you take criticism well, or?
Yeah, I do now.
What do you?
You get enough of it.
Yeah, you get enough of it, and it's like,
I always notice that
you want to hunt them down and kill them.
On that show, they always reference the fact that like the fans thought we did it wrong. The fans think that blah blah. I mean, that must just happen all day long. Like, you have to. When you have to do a new myth because some fan said that you did it wrong, like there has to be some part of you that just gets angry about that.
I actually kind of like it because, usually it's a fun thing to go back and test differently, and it's a lot of interaction with the audience, and I feel like we have kind of a different show where we really talk to our audience, and they help us with stuff, and they give us content, and if a bunch of people really want us to do it over,
I bet it's not. I bet they're not worded like we would think they would be. I bet it's not like, your experiment.
You fucked that up!
Yeah.
You suck! You didn't even use what you were supposed to. You suck! I'm never watching the show again.
We should have a higher caliber of fan than that.
That's
It's
our
usually
fan. Sorry.
We're just used to this worded like the
O&A fan wording.
Yeah. You suck, I hate you. You were so much better before they brought Kari on. Hey,
right, whatever.
Hey, douche fuck, come to Poughkeepsie and try to do that fucking myth. What, are you going to do duct tape again?
That is one myth I'll do 1,000 times. I love duct tape.
That was great,
What was the
man.
myth?
I so thought it was stopping
duct
that
tape
car.
can do anything, and one of the last myth we did that I really loved is that duct tape could put a car back together that was destroyed. So they gave me a car, and they said, destroy it. Use anything you want. So I had demo saws. I had torches. I had a Jaws of Life. I brought in the fire department to pull the roof off, just demolish this car, cut hoses, stab the tire. And then my co-hosts Tori and Grant walked in, and I threw them some duct tape and was like, fix it. It was great. Little did I know they were going to make me drive it, because that was kind of dangerous.
Yeah, drive the duct taped car, yeah.
But it fixed, right?
Yeah. I mean, it got put back together, and it drove for a while, and I may have driven a little too fast because my driving might have destroyed a little bit of it. 2 wheels were off the ground at one point. I'm not going to say anything more.
How long have you guys been on the air?
7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is wild, yeah.
I feel like I've grown up on the show.
Yeah, kind of have. We've all watched you grow up.
And how long was the show on before you actually became on air?
I think about a year I was behind the scenes.
Oh, so you've been on for that long?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Because that's got to be nerve-wracking. Your show is popular, then you come on, like, what if I screw up, or what if people don't like me, and what if the show fails?
Yeah,
It's
because
my
the show
fault.
was really gaining popularity, and then they brought,
That's why they
even
had
though
to
you
bring
guys
us
were
on.
behind the scenes. Yeah, I guess to do some of the, because initially it was just to do some of the busy work. Hey, build this. We don't have time. We're
It
doing
just
this.
didn't make things faster, so they're like, okay, you guys got to
Yeah.
be hosts because we got to crank these shows out. And, we were actually staying with the science, so if something took 3 days to test, we'd spend 3 days doing
3
it.
days, yeah.
Or
sitting
most
there.
of our myths take at least 2 weeks. We have a regular job that's like 8 to 6 every single day and sometimes more, so it's pretty intense. It's
Ew.
not like a regular show where you just kind of show up and you film something. It's like, no, we actually do all the work. We're doing the welding. We're doing...
Yeah, and then there's
cleanup.
the filming of the show part. Yeah. But before that, I guess all the welding and watching the science and making sure you did things right.
Yeah.
And that place is still a business, too. I mean, that's Jamie's place, right? So
We've got 2 shops now. Jamie's got his business at M5, and then we've got a second shop that my team works out of.
What was the coolest stuff that each of them, Adam and Jamie, worked on as far as movies go in the past?
Wars?
Star Wars, right?
Yeah, Grant too, I think, right?
Yeah, Grant. They all worked on Star Wars. all
Which
of them.
one? Cool is that?
The boys are Grant and Tori. They're quite young, so there's no way they're going to work on the first one. They saw the first one when they were little kids, so they grew up and somebody came to Grant and said, "Hey, would you like to drive R2-D2?" And
really,
he must have wet his pants because he's
Yeah,
a big
I bet.
fan.
Couldn't be.
I'm wetting my pants right now.
Why, you like Star Wars?
I love it so much.
Jesus, Joe.
You don't like anything, Jimmy.
I like Star Wars. I think it
No.
was a good
Oh,
movie.
okay, sorry.
Oh, well, what? Why are you going to trash me?
I'm not going to trash you.
Oh,
It's
okay.
George Lucas.
Because you're a fanboy, man.
Because they started to...
Oh, unlike what's happening in the room right now? I'm the fanboy that's out of line? Like a fucking movie?
But I'm saying because the Ewoks...
No, look, there are elements of... There are
the
elements...
Ewoks in the third one. It was all about marketing toys to children after a while. It's starting to suck.
There are elements of Star Wars that I don't care for. But for your advice, the only reason they were Ewoks was because it was supposed to be a planet of Wookiees, but they used the Wookiee
with Chewbacca in the first film, so he goes, well, let's just make them little Wookiees then.
Exactly, another toy that we can market that's cute. That's great space drama.
It
stinks.
He's simplifying the movie for you, Joe.
Jim's Ewok impression is the same noise you make for sucking cock in your act.
Just messed up the whole interview.
Was it too much?
She just covered her mouth and everything.
I'm sorry.
Watch your language. Kari's out there. It's
I
not,
would like to
it's
remind
not
you I
our
host
show.
a kids show. Thank you.
Yeah, she hosts a kids show. He's not here every
He's
day,
not a
so
member of
don't
our
pay
show.
attention to him. He's some fucking local comedian that needs a gig.
Yeah.
This is his last appearance on this show.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, my
right,
God.
right.
All
The
right.
minute I walk out of the room, I know this is going
Thanks
to
a
go
lot,
bad.
Joe. Thanks a lot.
I'd rather bring back Mercurio.
Yeah.
He's a guy that got us fired.
Oh, my.
And we'd rather have him than
I
him.
did like
Get it?
I did like in the original Star Wars, though. I thought the Cantina band scene was very realistic.
Oh, now that was...
Boo!
What?
Boo!
What?
That's terrible.
Oh my, do you realize there's probably just like a bunch of nerds out front right now that are in costume that are just like calling for your head?
They would agree with me. They know
No,
it
they
stinks.
wouldn't.
That stupid elephant. It's terrible. Terrible. Lucas and his weak chin. Terrible.
I don't know if that's really an adversary you'd like to go
No,
up against.
I liked the movie. I thought it was a really good movie, but those elements of it made me hate him because there were such great movies, and then they throw in like.
This took the realism, though, of space. It took it out of, like, the hands of just these technical astronaut people to people that went to bars and hung out and they had to make it alien. What was it supposed to do? Put the pips up there?
I just
Wrong
didn't.
with you?
I just didn't like it. I didn't think the puppets were very good.
Think of
In
anyone
its
else.
time, though, I mean, when this came out, it was pretty revolutionary. I mean, looking at it by today's standards is totally different. But looking at it back then, it was crazy.
Look, he's got an Ozzy Osbourne shirt on. It tells you what time he comes from.
Exactly,
Look
the
at
same
Ozzy
time
right
that
up
came
there.
out. Yeah, they mapped his DNA. I actually want to have my DNA mapped.
can't-
I'm hoping I'm related to him somehow. How great would that be for me and not him?
Hey, Joe, you want to defend the movies now?
Huh?
You want to
I
defend
was just
them?
going to say it's
Or that scene?
You can't trash Star Wars, but also own the new Ozzy Osbourne record.
Sure
I don't
you
think
can.
that's
Why
fair.
not?
I don't think it's fair.
Why? At least it's adult stuff. It's not childish.
Come on.
You gotta admit that's catchy. You still know the tune.
It is true, but I remember a lot of things from childhood that weren't good. This is one of them.
Would you prefer that they'd be playing Ozzy?
Yay.
Yeah. Well, I think what you do is you mute the movie, you put on your own soundtrack, and you watch it again.
Put some Ozzy in the background.
Yeah, right?
I love
Han's trying to make a deal for a ship, and
Come on,
it's
Darth-
Ozzy playing.
I played
Vader's
War
one of the-
Pigs in the bar for you, Jimmy.
Darth Vader's one of the
Little
greatest bad
sabotage.
guys ever. Ever. One of the greatest villains ever. The whole movie was
The
great.
greatest.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably take Dracula over him, but I mean, I do like Darth Vader.
Stop. Dracula would be silly in space.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He'd float away. Nobody's scared.
Best voice, too. He has the best voice.
He does, yes.
Who, Dracula or
James Earl
Darth
Jones.
Vader?
Yes.
Darth Vader.
James
Oh,
Earl
yeah.
Jones.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing.
This is CNN. Same guy.
Is that him?
Yeah,
I didn't
sure.
know that.
Darth Vader.
David Prowse, the body of Darth Vader, we've talked many times. Would you ever see Clockwork Orange?
Yes.
The big bodybuilder that carries him down the steps in the wheelchair? That's
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
That's the guy that was in
Yeah.
the
I didn't
costume.
know that.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
That's the guy in the
British
costume.
bodybuilder.
Hey, we got a lot of fans checking in. I just want to take one from Bill and Philly.
I don't want to talk to the
Hello,
fans
Bill.
right now.
Hello,
Not
Bill.
you.
Oh.
Hello, fellas. Opie, follow me. Kari,
No.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask this after what Danny just did, but have you ever considered redoing the baseball myth?
Which one?
Okay, what you guys did was you're seeing if it's faster sliding or running, and you did it in the second base. The real myth is if it's faster to slide or run through first base.
Well, I will bring that back and suggest it to him. That's kind of what we do. So
The difference is you can overrun first base. You can't overrun second or third.
Right.
So that's
So
why it's
second,
probably
you're
faster.
always going to be slowing down going into it. First, you just keep on running.
Right. So I would say the sliding is slower, but it's a necessity so you don't
I've
run
seen
into
people
left field.
do it to, I don't know if it's faster, but I've seen people do it to evade a tag.
Sliding
And
into
every
first
time
is
they
slower.
do it in baseball, the announcers say, "Oh, well, it's slower to slide," but
Yes.
players still do it.
I say that a lot, actually, on dates.
So what happened?
I'll just talk to a girl that's sliding into first. Spits on me.
Fellas and Danny,
What's that?
Danny,
Yes, sir.
Jimmy's doing better than you, Harry.
What are you gonna do?
Well, and Ant's trying real hard too.
I'm not
Danny, you're
trying
really
everything.
out.
Danny's
so
asking
out.
very.
She's a lovely girl.
You're kind of
She's
cock-blocking
married, has
Danny a little
kid.
bit.
She's
I'm just-
beautiful, but I appreciate.
I'm being very.
that she came
Let
here.
Danny ask
I'm
a
not trying
question.
any
Danny,
shenanigans.
it's your turn.
I'm being very childish. Danny's
Can I,
asking good
let me
questions.
see.
You go ahead.
Can I?
You
can
ever
I-
cheat?
Can I have something from your purse, from your personal belongings? No.
Careful with your fingers.
I might have a bottle of Purell you can have.
I'll have it.
Oh, there you go.
So let me use some of it
After
before I
she
leave.
uses it, exactly.
Yeah, but then it'll be worth more to him if you use it before you give it to him. So that makes
Those
sense.
are great boots, by the way. She has on the sexiest boots. They're like leg high, like middle of the, higher than the knee boots.
Yeah, describe them. We didn't see them when she came in. Yeah.
You didn't, but a lot of people out there listening didn't.
Screw the audience.
I'm trying to let
the radio
I'm
land
a
was
big
about them.
fan of leather boots. I love the lace-up ones that go up to your knees.
Oh,
They
yeah.
protect you. They're the best.
So I guess you're a vegetarian for health reasons, not for this kind of, no animals.
I just, I just don't like it.
Were you for your whole life? You were a vegetarian?
Since I was 15, and it's sort of like if I go back now, I'll be sick.
Yeah, you probably would be sick. I know.
Are you
Vegetarians,
hardcore,
by
though?
the way.
What do you mean by hardcore?
I don't know. What's the difference? Is
There's-
totally vegan where there's no animal products?
I'm from San Francisco, so there's so many variations. Like there's pescan, pescatarian, all that kind of stuff. So I eat
pretty
cheese.
basic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
My husband's from the South, so we have to have some
Pain in the ass.
We're all forgetting.
You can't find a friggin' restaurant to eat in.
There's something to eat at every single restaurant.
In San Francisco, maybe.
No, everywhere.
Yeah?
Everybody makes pasta.
My girlfriend used to get so mad at me when I would open the menu, and the first thing I would do is go, hey, they have this. Like, I'd point out stuff that she could eat.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can read the menu.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, I don't want to pick out what I want and then find out you can't eat here and then have to leave. Because then I'll be like, no, I want that.
And I feel your pain. It's tough to find a good restaurant in Manhattan.
No, Joe, there's plenty of good ones.
It might just be laziness, but I kind of like having less options because you know what you want right away, and I kind of like getting
Can
my
you eat the
food.
same thing like day after day sometimes?
Sometimes I do. I eat Cliff Bars just all the time.
Great.
I don't have a lot of time, it
Cliff
seems, so
Bars
I live on those things.
Yeah. What's how many hours a day are you actually working?
And the apricot one?
I work usually 8 to 6 on
What?
Mythbusters, but then
8 to 6?
Yeah. About
That's
that.
a long
Kari, can I ask you
day.
a question? We were supposed to
Long
bring
day.
up over here, the one that's not talking
I
much.
gotcha.
We have a hockey question that maybe you guys want to take on. You know how guys?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, the hockey fights.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that they don't punch as hard because they can't get traction.
The every action.
I don't know if
it's a reaction.
I don't know.
Less friction on the skate.
I don't know if it's enough to do a whole thing on it, but as a scientist type person, what do you think?
I think that would be a great one to test. I
think the force of the punch is not going to be as hard because you have less friction between your foot and the
Like,
ground,
that you
and then a
slide
blade
back.
and ice. And
I
you're
think
gonna
you slide
back.
slightly at least.
Yeah, but
I mean,
can't they come to a complete stop?
Yes, they can.
There's not a lot of ice where I am. I don't know a lot about hockey, but can't they really grip into the ice
Yeah,
with
I
those
would think
skates?
they
Like,
could
they're
at
not,
times,
right?
but
well, that's why you
still
got to do it a
ice.
couple different ways.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that it just depends on the guy and it depends on his skill.
You can thank me later, but there you go. There's an
I'll
episode.
put that in the Sportsmith bin and we'll try that later.
Sportsmith bin.
It'll never see the light of day. There's probably a million of those.
How much
idea is this, Kari?
Right.
We have a lot of them on the board, and I swear there's a lot of Sportsmith in every do themes. Well, quite often they're kind of more of our audience themes, like ninjas or pirates. But we definitely do sports ones as well.
What's the best sports Mythbusters did, Danny or Kari?
Well, let's ask you. You probably watched it more than I did.
The best sports myth.
Yeah, I'm thinking now. I mean,
Well,
I got like 7 years to
baseball
troll
myths.
through.
We did whether it's if you can hit a home run easier in humid climate because you have humid balls.
I remember one
Yes.
where
curveball.
whether or not it was possible to actually smack the leather off of a baseball by hitting it hard.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's silly.
Was it?
Why?
You can, right?
Well, how hard do
Well,
you
you'd have
hit it?
you technically, yeah, but I think
You needed like
the pitch would have to be coming in at like 200 miles an hour or something. Like, there was a whole bunch of catalysts involved that it was just beyond what a human person.
Which is what makes
could do.
Mythbusters really good too. It's not like it's just like, okay, that didn't work, let's move on. It's like, okay, let's see what it would take to make that happen.
Yeah, that's the fun
whether
part.
it takes
It's
more
not about the
dynamite
myth.
or it takes hitting something at 200 miles an hour instead of 60.
Or Robert Redford. That's all it takes.
Robert Redford.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, he never knocked the cover off. That was from the Sandlot.
No, the Natural. Doesn't he knock the leather off the ball in the Natural?
No, he hit the lights and broke the lights. Why don't you shut up, Joe DeRosa?
Joe, you your stupid Star Wars knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop talking about men you find dreamy.
We really don't like Joe at all.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, how about that hunk who directed Ordinary People?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Will there ever be any Mythbusters episode pertaining to 9/11 myths?
Conspiracy myths come in a lot. I find that one a little touchy.
Yeah, well, I can see how it could be, but...
Why don't you just leave that to me?
Yeah, well, believe me, there's people like that say, oh, that's why they don't do it, because, it would prove the truthers.
You know what? Why don't they should do something about
that'd be a huge
this,
episode.
the steel and the because people do respect those guys and they're pretty thorough. People always
You're
say,
never changing anyone's mind on that.
I know
that's the one thing about conspiracy. Like, no matter what you show them,
you can show
it's the
them
agenda.
fact
It's
after
not
fact.
the truth, right?
And it's not as fun. It's like based in a horrid tragedy.
It is still an interesting thing, though.
Most of our myths are.
Yeah. What if they getting sucked through a plane by your anus is?
I saw that.
They tested on the
they did shoot through a pressurized cabin.
Yeah, really. They made a man of meat and put him down in one of those old school diving suits.
Yeah.
And then
sucked him up through the hose.
and then cut the hose, and he just basically, from the pressure, just kind of got sucked out. Like it was squoze out of the suit. It was disgusting.
Yeah, what happened? Some sick stuff.
The pressure was cut out.
Yeah. Well, so that's based in.
I'll tell you.
He probably watched it more.
Yeah, she wasn't around for that one. That was when she was on maternity.
I bet you Danny knows more about Mythbusters than Kari.
Oh, yeah.
We should do a little quiz real fast.
I guarantee it. I don't even want to do a quiz because some of those things. Think about it. I did it 7 years ago, and he probably watched the episode 5 times. I just did it. What were you doing 7 years ago on a Monday in January? Like that's.
I was watching you on television.
Hey, by the way, Joe was right.
About what?
I hate to say it, about the ball thing.
Yeah, it happens.
It was the beginning of the movie, supposedly.
Oh, who cares? I never watched it.
Exactly.
Well, we beat the shit out of you for no reason. And you took it and just was really quiet.
What a surprise that I got tossed under the bus.
For something that was true.
So how has the internet changed your job? Because it seems like you can check facts right away. Is it totally different than when you started?
It made us seem a lot smarter than we are because people ask questions and you could just punch it up.
We could Google.
And then there's things like this, like video conferencing things.
Yeah.
Are you video conferencing while you're talking to me?
Yeah, like people. Well, I'm not when I'm talking to you, but some guests, I never even look them in the face. I just sit here and type how bad the guest was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
None of the guests that are listening. It wasn't you.
I'm gonna have to check with my fans what you're doing right now.
Oh, believe me, there's not you can check everything. There's not a peep on here. Usually, though, I'm like, oh my God, could we please wrap this up? This guest sucks. God, yeah, no, his name's DeRosa.
What did I do? Though I'm getting a shellacking all of a sudden.
You're not a cute redhead.
Exactly. And we don't like your slacks.
You were born.
Your slacks?
God, they're... God damn
Joe.
it. I don't like it back on the couch.
No, the couch is a bad
Joe, could you stand up and show her that you have no shoulders? They might be able to do a myth on that. They might be able to do a myth on that.
Can a man actually live without shoulders?
Can you
A man who will never be general.
I say it's plausible.
Could you actually put shoulder pads on a guy that doesn't have shoulders? Could you show her at least, Joe,
I'm
please?
feeling bad for him.
Look,
You can
see just
turn around. You'll never see us again in your life. Look at these. No shoulders.
What did I do?
Yes.
What did I do?
You were born.
Oh my God! It's getting
Terrible.
fucking. It feels really bad back here right now.
They haven't brought out the little paper
I feel
pointy
like-
hat yet.
Yeah, the
though,
dunce cap for him.
I feel like the dog you throw fireworks
Joe.
at while it's tied to the tree.
Joe,
It
what-
can't
Do
do
that?
anything.
What you did was
Who
you
does that?
attacked our guest.
I did not
So
attack
now we're
the guest.
attacking you.
Yes, you did. We didn't like
You
it.
did.
How did
We
I
didn't like
attack
it
the
at
guest?
all.
We just didn't like it.
We don't like
We
it.
didn't like it. She put her mouth. She put her hand over her mouth. She was just shocked by you.
Or your language.
Yeah,
now
your
we,
bad
now we
language.
beat you up.
I'm very dirty and I've used appropriate
And you
language.
still haven't apologized to her for your potty mouth.
If had I been told that we weren't allowed to say
excuse
such
before
things,
the apologies.
when a
that
guest
always
was here,
works. That always
I
Maybe you
would
could
not
feel it
have.
out with a certain guest and know and use common sense that,
And by the way, I was making fun of Jim. I wasn't making fun of the guest.
Good
She said,
apology.
"Oh my."
Good apology.
Yeah, so far, very contrite.
I accept.
Thank you. She's so
Thank you.
uncomfortable.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Like touring around the country, just kind of pushing the show and everything?
No,
or
actually,
are you in New York for a reason?
I just happened to be in Washington, D.C. for the Science and
Can't
Engineering
even-
Festival. So I was real close to New York, and I had a few days before I go do the Math Teachers Conference in New Orleans. So I thought, hey, let's come check
Drop
this place
in.
out. And you guys called,
Cool.
so I'm here.
What
I'm not pushing anything.
Oh, great. That's really cool. I like the fact that you just pop in like that. Were you in New York a lot? Or
No, not enough.
Danny?
I love New York.
Yeah?
Love it.
Danny was in New York.
There's so many cool. Are you here with your husband? I guess, right?
No.
You want to go to dinner?
Watch it.
There's a great place that I know. It's fantastic. Actually, in the meatpacking district, I know
she's
a
a
cop down there.
vegetarian.
It doesn't matter. It's a meatpacking district.
They pack
It doesn't mean they
vegetables,
pack
too.
meat or anything like that.
Isn't that the hip place?
It
now,
is,
guys?
yeah. It's the
Kinda-
place to be.
Used to be,
It's
not
the place
anymore.
to be. But I know a lot of people down there, and I know a law enforcement officer that takes care of everything and could get in anywhere.
He's a scumbag. Don't go to dinner with him.
I think I'm actually going to dinner tonight with the guys from Popular Mechanics.
Anthony has Popular
Damn.
Mechanics at his.
I know, at my house.
At his house on his
read it.
toilet.
I love it. It's great. It is
good
great.
toilet reading.
It is great toilet reading.
Or airplane.
Or the airplane toilet. If you want to see if.
Who reads in the airplane toilet? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I know. I would never. I don't even like going in there.
I like to annoy the other passengers and bring the Sunday Times in.
They know it's
If
going to
I
be
saw
a
you
while.
heading there, I would hold it. I would
they
wait
know
till
it's
we
gonna.
land.
It's gonna be a Lulu.
Terrible. Oh, the guys from Popular Mechanics.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that nice?
Just talk about popular things and mechanical things.
No, Popular
run out of
Mechanics.
things to
Actually,
talk
there's two
about.
mechanics that she knows. They have a lot of friends.
She's going out to dinner with Jesse James.
They have a lot of friends, yes.
All right.
Popular.
I apologize for saying the C word while Anthony insults all your friends and tries to convince you to commit adultery right now. Sorry, I was out of line.
I would have just went on, honestly, I just would have went on a nice dinner and then good night.
Exactly.
Could have been anything. It's just the thing I think we have a lot in common as far as our interests go. Things like that. As far as what I can see here and what I've seen on television.
No reason to
That's all.
attack Joe, though.
I don't have to attack
There's
Joe.
no
He's
reason
wearing
to
a
attack
matching
me.
socks and
Oh,
shirt.
Joe's
Big deal. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what you're supposed to do.
When you're in San Francisco, I'll be there in like March. So if you want to come to the show, you can probably come to the show.
I'll take you out to dinner.
Thank you.
I can take you places where they have steak.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's going to take you out to dinner.
I'm a very good dinner companion.
You're not.
Has excellent table manners.
Nice.
You know who got it? Tori has an inn at every restaurant.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's Italian and everybody's his cousin.
Yeah, go with him, Jimmy.
So he can take us anywhere in town.
You ever been to Massapequa?
Yeah.
That's some great diners.
Yeah.
Long Island.
Exactly. Or maybe you can go to where Ron Kovics is making burgers with a hole in them. That's call back from that movie. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was Born on the 4th of July.
Oh.
Tom Cruise's best movie, I think.
No.
Best performance.
It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, what was he
I
better
agree.
than? He should have won the Oscar for that.
I agree.
Tropic Thunder. That's his best role.
Hey, you know
You
what?
can't just be fond of
Not a
Top
bad
Gun,
role.
no, because that's, I mean...
Nah, but it's like, I watched that for other reasons.
Top Gun?
Yeah.
What other reasons?
You know,
You like the volleyball scene.
Val Kilmer's
I think all
teeth.
three of us just headbutted on that.
I know.
No, watching Goose get his head smashed. I always put a little LOL at that. Hated Goose. He would never take his shirt off.
God.
Despise Goose.
At the volleyball
Yeah,
game.
what was wrong with his chest
No.
that he didn't take his shirt off with the rest of the guys?
His chest looked like Sean Stevenson's.
Yeah.
Awful.
Hey, that's a good reference right there.
Why don't we wrap up and
With
get the
Kari?
hell home?
Our entire show, yeah.
See, we don't work as late as you do.
I know. This is kind of awesome. I think I want your gig.
It rules.
It is a good gig.
Yeah.
Go home.
We need interns.
Take a
We
nap.
sure do need interns.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna,
what she's
I'm
gonna
done
do.
with interning.
It's
I'll tell you
intern.
what.
Sure do need interns.
I saw your intern out there. He looked browbeaten. The poor guy. He was just shy. He looked like you guys had been yelling at him.
Oh, no,
or
that's our
something.
boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Was he bungling? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Well, thank you guys so much for letting me come in.
Thank you for coming in. What are you kidding?
It's Mythbusters Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on the Discovery Channel.
And Head Rush.
Every
right?
day, Science Channel at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where you can see commercials for Dr. Michio Kaku.
All day long, nonstop. I will tell you about time.
And I want to keep the show going because I want to see you get a picture and an autograph, Danny.
We could save that for later.
No, I want to
That's
do the
not for the
play-by-play. So technically, the show's over, Kari. So thank you.
Don't tell me I struck out. I knew she wasn't going out with me. I hate these people.
And I saw what she did with me. She's very nice. And she goes, hey, we'll go to dinner. He can take us out. She was letting me know, like, hey, you're a nice guy.
She's a married woman, for God's sake. You think she's going to go out with other guys?
No, but I mean, she was letting me know, hey, look, don't get your hopes up.
Exactly.
It can be a group of us.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Is it going to be a group?
I'm in a
Take
relationship.
Jimmy out to dinner?
Absolutely.
But if there's ever a rift in the marriage,
take my number.
Right now, he's getting on an airplane. He's going to kick your butt.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm in a very loving relationship.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Tattoo guy.
That was a horrible
motorcycle.
face
I don't want to
after
deal
that,
with
Jimmy.
I don't want to deal with that.
Jimmy's face was
I don't have
horrible.
any tattoos, and I'd fall over sideways on a motorcycle. I'm a wuss.
But he loves guns.
Yeah.
I do like my shooting.
He doesn't tell us how many anymore, but
I don't
it's
hunt.
a lot.
I don't hunt because I don't like killing things.
Yeah.
But I like going to the range and shooting,
Yeah,
targets.
all the times I'm shooting guns, there's cops there that are letting me use the guns. I don't actually go out and use them on animals or anything.
Take that. No, I feel bad like if kill an animal or something like that. But shooting targets at range,
fun.
it's great. It's a lot of fun. It's
Could
challenging.
you sign Danny's stuff while we...
I would love to.
Well, hang on.
What do you got?
Wait, let me
Danny?
turn
What
these.
do you
I'm going
got?
to turn the TVs off.
Look at this.
Oh, see, that's
That's
me.
the guy who wants you
I'm
to
doing
go out to dinner
I'm doing
with him.
karaoke
Her
with.
eyes got really big there, Ant.
I'm
might
doing
still have a
karaoke
shot.
with a Barrett 50 caliber.
Yeah.
The size of those bullets, they're like...
They're crazy shells, yeah. And they're like $5 a piece.
Is that
Which is
unbelievable?
really fun when they're getting supplied to you.
Yeah, here.
I spent when I was shooting the Dillon minigun, they were supplying the bullets. I went through like $20,000 worth of bullets.
Wow. It is insane. That gun is crazy. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
I was having
that's what you
fun.
get.
Oh, come on. I was just
This is
having
Crazy
fun.
Gun Karaoke.
I was doing a character.
It's on
Crazy
YouTube.
Gun Karaoke guy.
He was playing Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show.
I'm singing a peace song, too. Come on.
I like the effect on the voice.
Yeah, a lot of reverb cures a world of ills.
I got worse on the internet.
See? Good. It's the internet. It's going to be there forever. I'm proud of everything that's on there.
That's what happens when you live alone and have a lot of money.
Yeah, someday you'll know that.
I got the alone part down.
Only one more step.
3, 2.